Hello, your channel Eugene Light Novels greets you. I hope you are enjoying these beautiful novels. Now, let's continue with the novel. Lie down, I have more than 100 million skeleton soldiers. First part. Chapter 1: Invincible Summoning System. Latest report. An Emperor-level beast appears in the alien realm number 77, and the Divine Alliance has sent Martial Emperor-level experts to kill it. An ancient secret realm appears 50 kilometers away from Dongling City. The level is unknown. More than 40 people have died in the secret realm. Please do not go there blindly. Congratulations to the 9th level Martial Emperor Zhao Qianquan for breaking through 1 billion qi and blood and ascending to the position of Martial God. As today's news broadcast ended, Su Yi was finally convinced of one thing, that is, he had really traveled through time, and had also traveled to a world of high martial arts where spiritual energy was revived. Boom! At this moment, a strange memory emerged from his mind. After a while. Su Yi, you have the same name as me. Orphan. Currently studying in Tianling No. 1 Middle School, Class 10, Grade 3. My qualifications are mediocre, because I can't afford expensive nutrient solutions and energy-rich foods, so after 3 years of hard work, my qi and blood are only 32.5. I went to an ancient secret place 2 days ago and was accidentally exposed to a chronic poison. I died of the poison this morning. Through the fused memories, Su Yi had a certain understanding of this body. Ding! The invincible summoning system is activated. System? Goldfinger? Hearing the sudden electronic notification sound in his mind, Su Yi was stunned for a moment, and then became ecstatic. System. Tell me about your situation. After calming down, Su Yi asked in his heart. Ding! The host can summon unlimited skeleton soldiers of the same realm. At the same time, when summoning, there is a chance to summon skeleton soldiers higher than the host realm. Ding! Skeleton soldiers can add entries. Ding! Skeleton soldiers kill creatures and there is a chance to get unexpected rewards. As Su Yi finished speaking, the system's beep sounded in his mind. Infinite summons? Entry? Get rewards for killing creatures? Do you want it to be so fierce? After learning about the system's situation, Su Yi was immediately shocked. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, affected by the realm, the current summoning limit is 30 skeleton soldiers. The death of the skeleton soldiers can be infinitely replenished without consuming mental energy. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, can add entries. Currently 2 entries can be added, such as Forced First Blood, Self-Destruction, Sacrificing oneself to save others, Flying, Teleportation, etc. Qi and Blood, 32.5. Realm, Level 3 Warrior. Physical Control, Beginner's First Practice, 29.7%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step. Item, None. At this moment, a light screen that only Su Yi could see appeared in front of him. A warrior must temper his physical body and condense his energy and blood. In addition to practicing martial arts, he also needs to stimulate the infinite potential of his physical body. The more he stimulates, the stronger the power that his physical body can unleash. Stimulating the potential of the physical body is also called physical control, which is divided into 8 stages: beginner's first practice, first glimpse of the door, first entry, slight success, mastery, perfection, reaching the pinnacle, and return to nature. Talents, awaken special powers, many types. Through the fused memory, Su Yi quickly understood the meaning of these data, and then his eyes fell on the talent and summoning. Although there is an upper limit for summoning, but if it can be replenished infinitely, it is equivalent to unlimited summons. And as my strength increases, the number of summons will continue to increase. It can be said that I will only get stronger and stronger in the future. Thinking of this, Su Yi started to check the entries of military units. Forced First Blood, ignoring the realm gap, the target will be injured. Self-destruction, crazy suicide attack. Sacrifice yourself to save others, you can bear all harm for the summoner. Flight, have the ability to fly. Teleportation, ignores space and can move instantly. After reading some information about the entries, Suyi made a decision, and then said aloud, "System, add entries, self-destruction, and forced first blood." Ding! The entry has been added successfully. The skeleton soldiers can self-destruct, ignore the realm, and will definitely damage the target. As Suyi finished speaking, the system's beep sounded in his mind. Very good. The entry has been confirmed. Then let's explode. Thinking of this, Suyi left the rented house. Outside the community. Look to the sky. Purple Soul Seal. That's a powerful spiritual master. While Suyi was waiting for the bus, exclamations of surprise rang out from around him. Spiritualists, to quench the soul and condense mental power, not only need to skillfully control the mental power, but also need to stimulate the infinite potential of the soul. The more it is stimulated, the stronger the power that the soul can burst out. But spiritual practitioners need to spend much more money to cultivate than warriors of the same realm, and their cultivation speed is not as fast as warriors, so most people will choose to become warriors. Looking at the middle-aged man with a flying sword in the air and a purple soul mark emerging behind him, Suyi's eyes flashed with envy. Through the fused memory, Suyi knew that the strength of this world is divided into 9 realms: warrior, martial master, martial ancestor, martial king, martial emperor, martial saint, martial master, martial emperor, and martial god. Each realm is divided into 9 levels, and the spirit person is also in this way. The corresponding colors of chi, blood and soul mark are red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple, black and white. 20 minutes later. Suyi took a car to Tianling No. 1 Middle School, and then went straight to the secret trial realm. Teacher. I want to enter the 0-level trial secret realm. Arriving at the entrance to the secret trial realm, Suyi handed over his student badge. Drop. When the teacher swiped the student badge on the special instrument, Suyi's information appeared on the teacher's tablet. Suyi. Class 10, Grade 3. Level 3 Warrior. This week you can enter the Expert level Trial Secret Realm 3 times for free, and there are currently 2 left. Come in. After returning the student badge to Suyi, the teacher opened the entrance to the secret realm. In the secret realm of Trial. Trial Secret Realm. Improve combat experience and hone combat consciousness. Killing alien beasts of the same realm or higher than one's own realm can earn student points. Killing alien beasts below one's own realm cannot earn student points. But points are not important to me. What I need is to kill strange beasts and get system rewards. Thinking of this, Suyi raised his right hand and whispered, "Summon." Soon, white circles began to appear all around. In the white aperture, white skeleton soldiers holding bone knives began to slowly emerge one after another. A circle. 2 circles. 3 circles. Looking at the 3 red halos at the feet of each skeleton soldier, Suyi knew that this meant that the strength of the skeleton soldiers was equivalent to that of a 3rd-level warrior. Hum hum hum. At this moment, 7 iron-thorned porcupines appeared in Suyi's sight. Chapter 2. Just blow it up and break through to the 4th-level warrior. Iron-spurred porcupine. 0-level alien beast. Level 3. Putting on the smart glasses issued by the school, Suyi quickly understood the situation of the 7 iron-thorned porcupines, and then gave the order to attack the 30 skeleton soldiers. Hum hum hum. Seeing the 30 skeleton soldiers charging towards them, the 7-headed iron-thorn porcupine with low intelligence seemed to be provoked, and its powerful limbs began to exert force, and then directly launched a wild boar charge towards the 30 skeleton soldiers. 7 meters. 3 meters. 1 meter. Burst. When the skeleton soldier team and the 7 iron-thorn porcupines got into a melee, Suyi directly gave the skeleton soldier an order to self-destruct. Boom. With a loud noise, a mushroom cloud bloomed brilliantly from a distance. Ding. If you successfully kill a creature, your vitality and blood will increase by 0.3, your physical body control will increase by 0.4%, your spiritual power will increase by 0.2, and your soul control will increase by 0.2%. Ding! Successfully kill the creature and get 3 first-grade violent blood pills. Killing creatures not only increases energy and physical control, but also increases mental power and soul control? Can it even explode items? Suyi was stunned when he heard the system prompt sound in his mind. Too strong. The system is really powerful. If the rewards are like this, wouldn't I be able to practice both spiritual and martial arts? After regaining his composure, Suyi checked the character attributes panel again. Name, Suyi. Talent, Summoning, currently upper limit is 30. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruct, Forced First Blood. Chi and Blood, 32.8. Realm, Level 3 Warrior. Physical Control, Beginner's First Practice, 30.1%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step. Mental Strength, 7.3. Realm, None. Soul Control, Beginner's First Practice, 0.8%. Item, First Grade Blood Pill *3. Although the strength has not increased much. But I only killed a few strange beasts. Thinking that it was so easy to improve his strength, the smile on Suyi's mouth was like an AK-47, he couldn't hold it back at all. Hiss. What sound? Hearing this strange sound, Suyi looked directly towards the big tree on the right. Soon, a 2-meter-long flower snake appeared in his sight. Garland Snake. A strange beast. Level 3. After seeing the other party's message, Suyi grinned and summoned 30 skeleton soldiers. Confused. Looking at the 30 skeleton soldiers surrounding him, Garland Snake's eyes were full of confusion. Burst. As Suyi finished speaking, the confused Garland Snake disappeared directly into the mushroom cloud. Garland Snake? I didn't do anything, just hissed twice, and then you blasted me with 30 skeleton soldiers? No reward? It seems that the chance of getting rewards is not very high. Looking at the disappeared Garland Snake, Suyi thought to himself. 10 minutes later. Fire-headed rabbit. A strange beast. Level 3. Seeing the 367 fire-headed rabbits in the distance, Suyi looked happy, and then gave the order to attack the 30 newly summoned skeleton soldiers behind him. Soon, 30 skeleton soldiers appeared scattered among the rabbits. Burst. Following Suyi's order. One after another, small mushroom clouds bloomed among the rabbits, and the scene was extremely gorgeous. Ding. Successfully kill the creature and get 3 bottles of first-grade Divine Soul Nourishing Solution. Ding. Successfully kill the creature, and you will be rewarded with 100,000 Divine Alliance coins. Ding. Successfully kill the creature, spiritual power increases by 0.3, and soul control increases by 3%. Damn it. This time I blew up the rabbit nest. Seeing the remaining 321 fire-headed rabbits, all of them rushing towards him with blood-red eyes, and spitting out large fireballs, Suyi ran away in fear. Keep blowing me up. While running, Suyi summoned skeleton soldiers to rush towards the group of fire-headed rabbits behind. Boom. 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 With the loud noises, the number of fire-headed rabbits also began to decrease rapidly. At the same time, the system's beeps also kept ringing in Suyi's mind. Ding. If you successfully kill a creature, your mental power will increase by 0.3, and your vitality and blood will increase by 0.5. Ding. Successfully kills the creature, triggers a lucky critical strike, and increases mental power by 5. Soul control increases by 4%, energy and blood increases by 6, and physical control increases by 5%. A few minutes later. Damn bunny. When my realm improves, I will definitely lead an army of tens of billions of skeleton soldiers to other lands to blow up your nest. After all the fire-headed rabbits were killed, Suyi started to curse out of breath. View the character attributes panel. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, currently capped at 40. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruct, Forced First Blood. Chi and Blood, 45.6. Realm, Level 4 Warrior. Physical Control, Beginner's First Practice, 41.7%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step. Mental Power, 18.8. Realm, Level 1 Spiritualist. Soul Control, Beginner's First Practice, 11.3%. Items, First Grade Violent Blood Pills *13 pills, First Grade Divine Soul Nourishing Solution *7 bottles, Divine Alliance Coins *800,000, Pure Gold Stones *5 pieces. Chi and Blood 45.6. Just by knowing Kung Fu like this, I can break through to the 4th level warrior. And my mental power has also increased a lot, and I will be able to break through to the 2nd level spiritual being soon. Seeing the soaring strength, Su Yi was already smiling from ear to ear. No. I have to hurry up and continue to explode. After all, you only have 10 hours to enter the secret realm of the trial each time. Thinking of this, Su Yi casually summoned 40 skeleton soldiers, then pointed in a direction and started pushing horizontally. Level 3 Exotic Beast, Storm Wolf, 13 heads. Hold them together and go see Tai Nai. Level 3 Exotic Beast, Black-backed Bear, 25 heads. First use a bone knife to blast their bear flowers, and then hug them and ascend to the sky together. As he encountered more and more level 3 beasts, Su Yi became more and more playful. However, he also discovered a problem, that is, the chance of getting rewards for killing level 3 beasts seemed to be getting lower. And when he came to the 4th level alien beast area, his guess was confirmed, that is, if he kills alien beasts that are lower than his own realm, the chance of getting rewards will really become lower. Trial outside the secret realm. What is the situation in the trial space number 18 in the 0 level, trial secret realm? 3,000 level 3 exotic beasts, how come there are only more than 700 left? F***K. Why are the number of level 4 beasts starting to decrease? What's going on here? After discovering this situation, Zhu Yushan immediately checked the registration records of the trial space number 18. Su Yi. Class 10, Grade 3. Level 3 Warrior. The trial space number 18 that I entered 2 hours ago. The moment he saw the registration record, Zhu Yushan was stunned. 2 hours. Killed more than 2,200 strange beasts of the same realm? Is this something that humans can do? No. This matter must be reported to the principal immediately. Thinking of this, Zhu Yushan contacted his colleagues in the division level, trial secret realm to help him look at it for a while. Then he burst out with green blood energy, turned into a green stream of light and rose into the sky, and quickly rushed towards the teaching building where the principal's office is located. Go. Green blood. 8 green halos under your feet. This new teacher Zhu is actually an 8th level martial king. At this time, many students who were preparing to enter the secret realm of the trial saw this scene, and all of them exclaimed with wide eyes. Chapter 3, One Go lasts for 3 years, he is a Go god. Principal's office. Old Wei. Have the quota for this year's provincial talent training camp been released? Looking at his old friend beside him, Song Tianhe asked aloud. Come down. Our Tianling City Spirit Warriors Association only has 5 places. Speaking of this, Wei Tianyun paused for a moment, and then asked directly, Old Song, who are the seed students in your Tianling No. 1 middle school this year? Zhao Long, Chi and Blood 90.7, 9th level warrior, physical control, beginner training stage, stimulation level 81.3%. Lu Kai, Chi and Blood 92.5, 9th level warrior, physical control, beginner's first training stage, stimulation level 80.7%. Zhou Yifan, mental power 82.1, 8th level spiritual person, soul control, beginner's first training stage, stimulation level 72.3%. After hearing the information from these three people, Wei Tianyun shook his head with disappointment, and then said, "It would be great if Zhou Yifan were a 9th-level spiritual warrior. As for Zhao Long and Lu Kai, unless they can break through to the 9th-level ultimate warrior, otherwise, even if I go to the genius training camp, I will just make up the numbers in the past. Forget it, I'll go to the other 4 major universities to check it out." Pang! At this moment, the door was pushed open violently, and immediately after, Zhu Yushan walked in with an anxious face. "Headmaster! Exit from the secret trial realm." Before Zhu Yushan could finish speaking, Song Tianhe interrupted directly, "Xiao Zhu, don't panic when something happens. In this way, you go out first, knock on the door again, and then come in. All the 3rd and 4th level beasts in the trial space on the 18th were almost wiped out. And then you ask me to knock on the door again?" Hearing Song Tianhe's words, Zhu Yushan opened his mouth, but in the end he said nothing and left the principal's office. "Zhu Chen's son." Looking at Zhu Yushan exiting the principal's office, Wei Tianyun asked with a smile. It's only been a month. Some furries are stunned." Song Tianhe replied with a smile. Boom! 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 At this time, a knock on the door suddenly sounded. "Come in." After hearing Song Tianhe's words, Zhu Yushan opened the door and walked in again. "Say it. What happened to the secret trial realm?" Looking at Zhu Yushan, Song Tianhe asked curiously. "Su Yi. Class 10, Grade 3. Level 3 Warrior. Entered the trial space number 18 2 hours ago. Currently, 2,362 level 3 alien beasts have died, and level 4 alien beasts are also beginning to die." Speaking of this, Zhu Yushan opened the tablet he had been holding in his hand, and then his pupils tightened and his voice trembled as he said, "The current number of dead level 4 beasts is 872. Silly." After listening to Zhu Yushan's words, both Song Tianhe and Wei Tianyun were dumbfounded. This news is really too much nonsense. "Xiao Zhu. Are you sure you're not kidding me?" After regaining consciousness, Song Tianhe stared at Zhu Yushan and asked seriously. "Headmaster. I really didn't start with you." Before he finished speaking, Zhu Yushan saw that the number of level 4 beasts displayed on the computer had changed again, and then he shouted with a look of horror, "Principal, you'd better go and have a look." Just now, the number of level 4 beasts instantly decreased by 638. Brush. Brush. Zhu Yushan felt a breeze blowing on both sides of his body, and then he found that he was the only one left in the principal's office. In the trial space number 18. "I thought I could only trigger a lucky critical hit when I get a reward. I didn't expect that. When summoning skeleton soldiers, it can actually trigger a lucky critical strike." Looking at the huge mushroom cloud in the distance formed by the self-destruction of 500 skeleton soldiers, Su Ye's face was filled with excitement. The energy and blood have exceeded 50. Then it's useless to continue killing level 4 beasts. Side push. Heading towards the level 5 alien beast area. With that said, Su Yi walked forward with the 50 newly summoned skeleton soldiers. 7 hours later. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit is 90. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruct, Forced First Blood. Chi and Blood, 99.9. Realm, Level 9 Extreme Warrior. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 0.2%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step. Mental Power, 99.9. Realm, 9th Level Extreme Spirit Person. Soul Control, Beginner's First Practice, 77.8%. Items, First Grade Violent Blood Pills *35, First Grade Nutrient Solution *31 bottles, First Grade Divine Soul Nourishing Solution *42 bottles, Divine Alliance Coins *5.8 million, Pure Gold Stone *23 pieces, Tian Mui Fluid *15 drops. Silly. Looking at the character attributes panel in front of him, Su Yi was stunned. To know. In the past 7 hours, he had been immersed in the joy of bombing, so he didn't pay attention to the rewards at all. Less than 10 hours. I broke through from a 3rd-level warrior to a 9th-level ultimate spiritual warrior. This is simply not leaving a way for others to survive. After regaining consciousness, Suyi grinned. System. Why can't my blood and mental strength continue to increase? Later, Suyi asked the system about his doubts. Ding. Issue a bottleneck mission and ask the host to kill 100,000 level 9 or above beasts. If the mission is successful, the bottleneck will be lifted and you will receive a mysterious gift package with no time limit. There is indeed a bottleneck between warriors and spiritual practitioners. And it seems that breaking the bottleneck is not an easy task. And me. Just need to kill 100,000 level 9 or above beasts? This is too simple. Hearing the mission issued by the system, Suyi thought to himself, every trial space in the 0 level, trial secret realm has level 9 alien beasts. Then I only need to transfer the level 9 alien beasts in dozens of trial spaces. If all the beasts are sent to meet Tainai, then the bottleneck mission should be completed. Thinking of this, Suyi lay on the ground and rested. After all, he was really tired after shouting for 9 hours. Trial outside the secret realm. Level 3 to level 9 exotic beasts. The number lost is more than 2,000. This is all money. Looking at the data displayed on the tablet, Song Tianhe felt his heart bleed. You must know that all the alien beasts in the 100 trial spaces in the 0 level, trial secret realm were only replenished yesterday. Old song. This Suyi must be hiding his strength. But even if you hide your strength, you can't kill so many strange beasts in such a short period of time. At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang from the side. Talent. Immediately afterwards, Wei Tianyun and Song Tianhe thought of something, and then they spoke in unison. Headmaster. I already have a clear understanding of Su Ye's situation. Tested last month, the qi and blood were 32.5, the physical body was in control, and the stimulation level was 29.7% in the first learning stage. Level 3 warrior. No talent. There are only 2 martial arts skills to practice, the wave palm and the wind step. I have been at the bottom of my grade for 3 years. At this time, Zhu Yushan, who had been away for a long time, ran over from a distance, and then told the situation about Suyi. Have you been at the bottom of your grade for 3 years? Why don't you be so stubborn? After hearing Zhu Yushan's words, Song Tianhe and Wei Tianyun complained directly in their hearts. 1 go means 3 years, he is a go god. Chapter 4, 45,000 level 9 beasts were killed in 1 night. Old song. I want this Suyi. Let him report to the Spirit Warriors Association tomorrow. As for the remaining 4 places, I will first check out the other 4 major universities and finally decide on the candidates. After saying that, Wei Tianyun walked towards the outside of the school. Report tomorrow? Did you decide to start the Devil Special Training? Is it because of Suyi? Thinking of an idea that Wei Tianyun mentioned before, Song Tianhe guessed something, and then said to Zhu Yushan on the side, Xiao Zhu, I have to leave first because I have something to do. When Suyi comes out, you can tell President Wei's words to he. Headmaster. I see. Zhu Yushan nodded and said after hearing this. An hour later. Teacher. I want to continue entering the secret realm of trials. At this time, Suyi, who was teleported out, directly handed over the student badge. 10 hours. Killed more than 14,000 strange beasts. Then instead of going back to rest, you still have to go in? Is this guy a monster? Looking at the student badge handed over by Suyi, Zhu Yushan's face twitched uncontrollably. Suyi. There's something I need to tell you first. President Wei of the Spiritual Warriors Association seems to have something to ask you and asks you to come over tomorrow morning. As for what it is, I don't know. Looking at Suyi, Zhu Yushan said with a smile. President Wei of the Spiritual Warrior Association wants to see me for something? Hearing this, Su Yi was a little confused, but still nodded and said, "Teacher, I understand." Then go home. Have a good night's rest." After saying that, Zhu Yushan handed the student badge back. "Teacher, I won't leave. I'm going to work all night. Then tomorrow morning, go directly to the Spirit Warriors Association." Looking at Zhu Yushan, Su Yi said seriously. "Brush up all night? Is this something a person can say?" Seeing Su Ye's serious look, Zhu Yushan was really frightened. Drop. Afterwards, Zhu Yushan took Su Ye's student badge and swiped it on the special instrument. Su Yi. Class 10, Grade 3. Level 3 Warrior. This week you can enter the Zhou level Trial Secret Realm 3 times for free, and there is currently one left. Come in. After returning the student badge to Su Yi, Zhu Yushan opened the entrance to the secret realm. In the trial space number 19. Level 9 Alien Beast Area. It seems. Whatever the tester's strength is, it will be automatically teleported to the corresponding Alien Beast Area. Looking at the 5 9th level beasts not far away, Su Yi also understood something, and then summoned 90 skeleton soldiers to start pushing. An hour later. During mission. There is no reward for killing strange beasts. This is a bit beyond my expectation. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, there is a mysterious gift package waiting for me after I complete the mission. Thinking of this, Su Yi left the trial space directly. Why did you come out so quickly? Looking at Su Yi, who was teleported out, Zhu Yushan was stunned for a moment. Then he thought of something and directly picked up the tablet to check the situation of the trial space number 19. Su Yi. 1 hour. You killed all 3,000 level 9 beasts. After checking the situation, Zhu Yushan looked at Su Yi as if he were looking at a monster and asked. Teacher, I want to continue entering the secret realm of trials. Nodding, Su Yi handed over the student badge again. Well. But I have to warn you. You only have one chance to enter the secret trial realm for free this week. If you want to continue to enter, you will need to spend 500 student points each time. After receiving the student badge, Zhu Yushan thought of something, and then reminded him loudly. Spend student points? After hearing Zhu Yushan's reminder, Su Yi took out his mobile phone and logged into the campus network. Kill the strange beasts in the secret trial area. Points earned are updated in real time. Stable. After checking on his mobile phone that he currently had 19,462 student points, Su Yi grinned and walked towards the entrance of the secret realm. Early the next morning. When Su Yi was teleported out of the secret trial realm for the 15th time, he walked directly outside the school. One night. 15 trial spaces. 45,000 level 9 beasts were killed. I don't know if the principal will go crazy after knowing this news. Seeing Su Yi leaving, Zhu Yushan breathed a sigh of relief, and then ran towards the teaching building where the principal's office was located. The other side. Spirit Warriors Association. Hello. My name is Su Yi. President Wei asked me to come here to find him. When he came to the front desk, Su Yi directly explained his intention. Please follow me. After hearing Su Ye's name, the beautiful woman at the front desk led him into an elevator, and then pressed the button for the second floor. The president is waiting for you on the second floor. Standing outside the elevator, the beautiful woman at the front desk said with a smile. Boom. When the elevator door closed, Su Yi frowned and thought to himself, what on earth does President Wei want to do with me? Bite. When the elevator reached the second floor, Su Yi walked out of the elevator directly. Why are there so many people here? Seeing more than 10 people standing on the second floor, Su Ye's eyes flashed with surprise. Everyone is here. The assessment begins. The top 5 people can represent Tianling City in this year's provincial talent training camp. At this time, Wei Tianyun, who was standing in the center of the crowd, directly stated the purpose of asking everyone to come. Exploded. After hearing the news, everyone was shocked, because they never thought that the purpose of coming here was to let them compete for places to participate in the provincial talent training camp. Genius training camp? Interesting. I'm worried that after I break through to become a martial artist, I won't be able to find a place to kill the strange beasts. It's true that someone came to give me a pillow when I was sleepy. Thinking that there were not many strange beasts in the division level trial realm in the school, Suyi made a decision, that is, he had to grab a spot. Assessment Secret Realm. In each of the 20 assessment spaces, there are 30,000, 0 level, 9th level beasts. Evade, kill, escape. Find the exit by all means, and the first 5 people to come out will get tickets to the Genius Training Camp. At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang again. What? 30,000, 0 level, 9th level beasts? This assessment is too perverted. Yes. It is extremely difficult to successfully pass this hell-level assessment, let alone reach the top 5. After hearing the content of the assessment, everyone's faces became a little ugly, because they never thought that the difficulty of this assessment would be so terrifying. But one person is an exception. 30,000 heads. This quantity is too small. It's not enough to kill. At this time, Su Ye's eyes flashed with disappointment. After all, he still needs to kill 55,000 level 9 beasts to complete the bottleneck task. Chapter 5 You ranked first, and then you said you didn't perform well? After a while, Wei Tianyun led everyone to the door of a room on the 2nd floor. Everyone get a secret bracelet. If your life is endangered during the assessment, press the button on the bracelet and it will be automatically transmitted. At this time, Wei Tianyun pointed at the 20 special bracelets neatly arranged on the right side of the door and said. Soon. 20 people put on the Secret Realm bracelets, and then walked into the Secret Realm entrance in the room one by one. In the assessment space number 8. I want to kill the alien beast. I want to get the spot. Then we need to apply quickly. After all, these people who can take the assessment should be seed students from major universities. Thinking of this, Suyi started to summon. F***K. Exploded? 90 becomes 900. Looking at the dense skeleton soldiers in front of him, Suyi was stunned for a moment, and then couldn't help laughing. There are actually 8 skeleton soldiers at the level of a first-level martial artist. After noticing this situation, Suyi had an idea in his mind. Group of 2. Go forward in the 4 directions of southeast, northwest, and attract all the strange beasts you encounter. Immediately afterwards, Suyi issued orders to the 8 martial master realm skeleton soldiers. Very good. From now on, I'll just blast it. Seeing the 8 martial artist realm skeleton soldiers leaving quickly, Suyi immediately started waiting on the spot. Assessment outside the secret realm. Ding ding ding. Why did Lao Song call me? Do you want to ask about Suyi? Thinking of this, Wei Tianyun smiled and answered the phone. Old Wei. That brat Suyi killed 45,000 level 9 beasts in one night. He is simply not human. Be careful with him, otherwise, I'm afraid that the little money from your Spirit Warrior Association won't be enough to buy him exotic beasts. After the call was connected, Song Tianhe's voice full of collapse rang from the phone. Killed 45,000 level 9 beasts in one night? What nonsense! After hearing Song Tianhe's words, Wei Tianyun's first reaction was disbelief. Old Song. Tell the truth, are you kidding me? After regaining consciousness, Wei Tianyun asked directly. Old Wei. I swear on my brother, I'm not kidding you. Never mind. Believe it or not, I have to hurry up and buy some goods. After saying that, Song Tianhe hung up the phone directly. Real. It's true. Looking at the phone that had been hung up, Wei Tianyun finally realized something, and then walked to the computer on the left side of the door to check the situation in the number 8 assessment space. It's over. 30,000 level 9 beasts, only over 21,000 are left. And it's only been 20 minutes. After seeing the situation in the number 8 assessment space, Wei Tianyun felt so uncomfortable that he wanted to cry. After all, those strange beasts were all bought with money. 2 hours later. President Wei. Where do I rank? Su Yi, who killed 30,000 level 9 beasts and then teleported back from the exit, looked directly at Wei Tianyun and asked. First. Looking at Su Yi, Wei Tianyun said with a resentful expression. First. I am so slow and yet I am the first. After hearing Wei Tianyun's words, Su Yi was stunned for a moment, then looked at the other party and said, President Wei, they haven't come out yet anyway. If you don't let me go in again, I feel like I didn't perform well just now. Want to go in again? What? Do you have to trick me to death? Upon hearing Su Ye's frantic request, Wei Tianyun refused without any hesitation. Why? Why don't you let me retake the exam? There are only 25,000 level 9 exotic beasts left. With a disappointed look, Su Yi sat on a chair nearby and rested. 10 minutes later. A young man in casual clothes walked out of the room with a look of unwillingness. Am I not the first to be eliminated? Seeing Su Yi sitting alone in the corner with a disappointed face, Lu Qing was stunned for a moment, and then walked towards him. Dude! Don't be sad. Faced with this hellish assessment, there is no shame in failure. Sitting next to Su Yi, Lu Qing smiled and comforted. Lu Qing. No need to comfort him. He has passed the assessment and ranks first. At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang from not far away. 2 hours. Passed the hell level assessment. How on earth did he do it? After hearing Wei Tianyun's reminder, Lu Qing's eyes immediately changed when he looked at Su Yi. Wait a moment. Didn't he pass the assessment? So why is he sad here? Out of curiosity, Lu Qing couldn't help but ask, Brother, what are you sad about? I didn't perform well just now. So. I want to take the exam again, but President Wei won't let me. After hearing Lu Qing's inquiry, Su Yi also explained aloud. We try our best to pass the test. You passed in 2 hours. And then you say you didn't perform well? Do you really want to take the exam again? After hearing Su Ye's crazy explanation, Lu Qing's mentality immediately collapsed. 20 minutes later. An indifferent young man carrying a black sword walked out of the room. First again. It seems. Only in the talent training camp can I meet opponents that make me feel excited. Seeing Su Yi and Lu Qing sitting in the corner on the right looking disappointed, Leng Jian's eyes flashed with disappointment, and then he sat on the chair on the left and rested. As time goes by, more and more people are walking out of the room. Those who failed sat directly on the chairs on the right where Su Yi and Lu Qing were, and those who passed the exam sat on the chairs on the left where Leng Jian was. 5 hours later. The assessment is over. Now I announce the rankings. Ranked number 1, Su Yi. Ranked 2nd, Leng Jian. Ranked 3rd, Qian Hao. Ranked 4th, I Wish Shiyu. Ranked 5th, Lin Mang. When everyone came out of the secret assessment realm, Wei Tianyun directly announced the rankings. 2nd. My ranking is actually 2nd. When Leng Jian heard the ranking, his eyes were full of excitement. He was eager for an opponent, and he was a powerful opponent. President Wei. I have a different meaning. Only 8 people in total have completed the assessment. And I was the 5th one to finish, so why was there no me in the first 5? At this moment, a red-haired young man on the left stood up and asked. Because you are not the 5th, but the 6th person to complete the assessment. At this time, a voice sounded from the far right corner. Chapter 6: A simple and crude instant kill, Su Ye's terror. Who are you? Looking at Su Yi standing up, the red-haired young man asked coldly. Su Yi. Hearing this name, everyone looked towards Su Yi, because they did not expect that the person ranked first would actually be sitting in the corner on the right. Zhang Chang. I'll give you a chance. An opportunity to challenge Su Yi. If you can win, then his spot is yours, how about that? At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang from the side. President Wei. I am obviously number one, why should I accept his challenge? I don't agree. Upon hearing Wei Tianyun's proposal, Su Yi refused directly. You are a pervert, what are you afraid of? And I just want to know your strength by doing this. Hearing Su Ye's rejection, Wei Tianyun also had a headache. After all, his proposal was indeed unfair to Su Yi. It's not impossible for me to accept his challenge. Only I have one condition, that is, let me take the exam again. At this moment, Su Ye's voice sounded again. Are you still thinking about my secret assessment realm? You are the devil. Hearing the conditions proposed by Su Yi, Wei Tianyun smiled bitterly and shook his head, then gritted his teeth and stamped his feet, and said directly, okay, as long as you accept his challenge, then I will let you enter the secret assessment realm again. Boom! As Wei Tianyun finished speaking, a burst of red blood energy burst out from Su Ye's body, and at the same time, 9 red halos appeared under his feet. Pung! Immediately afterwards, Su Yi suddenly exerted force on his legs, and like a tiger descending the mountain, he rushed directly towards Zhang Chang on the opposite side. Quick! What a fast speed! What a terrifying explosive power! Seeing the terrifying speed that Su Yi burst out in an instant, everyone's faces showed extremely shocked expressions, especially Ling Jian, Qian Hao, Lin Mang and others. What? I'm just asking. I don't want to challenge you. You are all crazy. Looking at Su Yi rushing towards him, Zhang Chang was about to go crazy, but at this point, he had no choice but to bite the bullet. Boom! A burst of red blood energy burst out from Zhang Chang's body, and then, a punch with a sound of breaking through the air was struck at Su Yi. Pung! There was a muffled sound. Zhang Chang's right fist was firmly grasped by Su Ye's left hand, making him unable to move. Almost powerful. With that said, Su Yi grabbed Zhang Chang's face with his right hand and lifted him up. Boom! Next, Su Yi slammed Zhang Chang to the ground. Although my physical control has just broken through to the stage of first glimpse, but the strength is more than 10 times that of the other party. The gap is too big. Looking at Zhang Chang who had passed out, Su Yi had a certain understanding of his own strength. F***K. Zhang Chang is a 9th-level extreme martial artist, and he can control the physical body. In the first stage of training, his stimulation level was as high as 90.7%, but he was instantly killed? It's terrible. No martial arts, pure strength, simple and crude instant kill, how strong is this Su Yi? At the same time, everyone started talking in low voices. The assessment is over. The rest of you leave, you 5 follow me. At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang from not far away. A few minutes later. 3rd floor, testing room. 8 days later. You will go to the secret base of the Provincial Genius Training Camp. And before that, I want to know your true strength, and then I will give you a 7-day special devil training. After speaking, Wei Tianyun pointed to the special testing instrument in front. I'll go first. Qian Hao grinned, put down the snacks in his hands, and lay down in the special testing instrument. 1 minute later. Drop. As a sound sounded, the screen on the special testing instrument displayed Qian Hao's basic data. Qi and blood, 99.9. Level 9 Extreme Warrior. Physical control, beginner and first practice stage, stimulation level 95.3%. President Wei. The martial arts I practice tend to be defensive. At this time, Qian Hao came out of the special testing instrument and directly stated his cultivation direction. I'll be next. With that said, the muscular Lin Mang lay directly into the special testing instrument. Qi and blood, 99.9. Level 9 Extreme Warrior. Physical control, beginner and first practice stage, stimulation level 94.7%. President Wei. The martial arts I practice tend to be offensive. After the test, Lin Mang also revealed his training direction. Next. Ling Jian and Zhu Shiyu also completed the test. Both of them are 9th level extreme soul masters, controlled by the soul. At the beginning stage of training, their stimulation levels are 98.6% and 91.7% respectively. Su Yi. It's your turn. After all 4 people finished the test, Wei Tianyun looked at Su Yi expectantly. Good. After Su Yi heard this, he stepped forward and lay down in the special testing instrument. Qi and Blood, 99.9. Level 9 Extreme Warrior. Physical Control, first glimpse of the doorway stage, stimulation level 0.2%. Mental Power, 99.9. Level 9 Extreme Spirit. Soul Control, beginner and first practice stage, stimulation level 77.8%. Hiss. When everyone saw Su Ye's data on the screen, they all took a breath. Dual Cultivation of Spirit and Martial Arts. Level 9 Extreme Spiritual Warrior. The control of the physical body has broken through to the stage of first glimpse. Is this really something humans can do? After calming down, everyone looked at Su Yi as if they were looking at a monster. I found a treasure. I really found a treasure this time. I thought Su Yi just had a terrifying talent. But what I didn't expect is that even if he has no talent, he is still at the monster level. At this time, Wei Tianyun's face was full of excitement. Cold Sword. Aren't you always looking for an opponent that can excite you? Now it appears. Aren't you going to challenge him? At this moment, Lin Meng, who was from the same school, touched Ling Jian and said jokingly. What I want is an opponent who can make me feel excited. Instead of an opponent that makes me tremble. Besides, he's a monster. Only a fool would challenge him. Hearing Lin Meng's teasing, Ling Jian curled his lips, and then turned his head to the side. Su Yi. What is your talent? Is it convenient to say? At this moment, Wei Tianyun's words suddenly exploded in the minds of Ling Jian, Zhu Shiyu and others. Talent. This monster actually awakened his talent? Does this still allow us to live? Looking at Su Yi, the 4 of them realized for the first time how big the gap was between themselves and real geniuses. Chapter 7 Su Yi, are you a bandit? President Wei. My gift is summoning. Su Yi wasn't going to hide his talent, but he wasn't going to show all his cards either, so he just summoned 4 skeleton soldiers. 4. Would you like to play with my skeleton soldiers? Looking at the 4 people opposite, Su Yexiao asked. I can't beat you. But there is still no problem in dealing with your skeleton soldiers. Looking at the 4 skeleton soldiers in front of Su Yi, Ling Jian was the first to speak. Go. After Su Yi heard this, he directly gave orders to the 4 skeleton soldiers in front of him. Soon, the 4 of them fought with the skeleton soldiers. Su Yi. Do you want to see their actual combat capabilities? At this time, Wei Tianyun came to Su Yi and asked with a smile. No. I just want to see the actual combat capabilities of my skeleton soldiers. Your own skeleton soldiers, you don't know their actual combat capabilities? Hearing Su Ye's words, Wei Tianyun thought in confusion. The other side. How is this possible? The 9th level of ultimate warrior strength. The power that explodes is more than 10 times that of mine. This is so G outrageous. Facing the attacks from the skeleton soldiers again and again, Lin Meng's face became more and more ugly, because he knew that if the other party wanted to, he could be killed with one knife. At this time, the situation of the other 3 people was not much better than Lin Meng. Qian Hao, every time he was attacked by skeleton soldiers, his face showed pain. The flying swords and thin needles controlled by Ling Jian and Zhu Shiyu could not hurt the skeleton soldiers at all, because the skeleton soldiers were too fast. Summon skeleton soldiers. The realm is the same as mine. The power that burst out seems to be the same as mine. Is this a perfect replica of my strength? Seeing the 4 people being suppressed and beaten by skeleton soldiers, Su Yi also had a guess in his mind. Terrifying skeleton soldiers. Unknown summoning limit. What a talent. Is it really something that people can have? Wei Tianyun was really shocked, and he saw that the strength displayed by the 4 skeleton soldiers was comparable to Su Yi. A few minutes later. I originally thought of letting the skeleton soldiers explode themselves to scare them hard. But it seems it's no longer useful now. Noticing that the 4 of them could no longer hold on any longer, Su Yi waved his hand and took the 4 skeleton soldiers back. Phew. 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 As the skeleton soldiers disappeared, all 4 of them collapsed on the ground, breathing heavily. The 4th floor is the accommodation area. You 4 should go there and rest first. Tomorrow morning. Gather on the 5th floor to officially begin the devil's training. After taking a look at the 4 people slumped on the ground, Wei Tianyun took Su Yi and left. Ha 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 ha. When Wei Tianyun and Su Yi left, Lin Mang suddenly laughed. Lin Mang. We have been tortured to such an extent that you still have the heart to laugh? Hearing Lin Mang's laughter, Leng Jian, who was in an irritable mood, directly attacked him. Why don't you laugh? In the past 5 years, we people from Tianling City have been targeted by people from the other 4 cities in the provincial talent training camp. They feel that we are easy to bully. But this year is different. If they dare to bully us again, Brother Yi will definitely beat them out. Looking at the 3 people, Lin Mang directly told a piece of news that few people knew. The other side. Su Yi. That's what it is. Whether our Tianling City can regain the attention of the province depends entirely on you. At this time, Wei Tianyun also told Su Yi about the current situation in Tianling City. President Wei. What do you want me to do? Looking at Wei Tianyun, Su Yi asked directly. Destroy all geniuses. Become the big devil in this year's provincial talent training camp. Thinking of the terrifying strength displayed by Su Yi, Wei Tianyun directly stated a goal that he had never dared to think of before. President Wei. This goal is a bit difficult. I might. Before Su Yi could finish speaking, Wei Tianyun interrupted directly. If you have any needs, just ask me. As long as I can do it, I will try my best to satisfy you. First come a forbidden martial arts inheritance stone. After hearing Wei Tianyun's words, Su Yi grinned and then made his first request. A forbidden martial arts inheritance stone that even the strongest warriors at the martial god level may not have. Do you want me to give you one? Are you crazy or are you crazy? Looking at Su Yi, Wei Tianyun said with a dark look on his face, Su Yi, let's not talk about low-level martial arts inheritance stones. Our association currently has 15 intermediate martial arts inheritance stones and 5 high-level martial arts inheritance stones. If you need them, you can learn 2 intermediate martial arts skills and 1 high-level martial arts skill. This is my greatest authority. Okay. Through the fused memory, Su Yi knew that the martial arts in this world were obtained from the martial arts inheritance stones in the ancient secret realm. They were divided into 5 levels, namely low-level martial arts inheritance stones, mid-level martial arts inheritance stones, and high-level martial arts inheritance stones. Martial arts inheritance stone, extreme martial arts inheritance stone and forbidden martial arts inheritance stone. And the overlapping wave palm and confused wind steps he practiced before are ordinary low-level martial arts. President Wei. You know, I'm still a level 9 ultimate spirit user. So. I need 100 palm-sized, sharp and hard cards. As for the grade, it should be at the level of a high-end spiritual weapon. Looking at Wei Tianyun, Su Yi directly stated his second demand. 100 high-level spiritual weapon level cards? Do you know how much that costs? Hearing Su Yi's second outrageous request, Wei Tianyun took a deep breath, and then said directly, 50 cards, intermediate spiritual weapon level, this is my limit. Okay. One last request. That's why I want to fight strange beasts and hone my combat experience. As for the quantity. 9 level, Zhou level, alien beasts don't count. After all, you promised me before that you can let me enter the secret realm for another assessment. As for the number of, master level, first level alien beasts, let's start with tens of thousands. At this time, Su Yi directly made his last request. Su Yi. Are you a bandit? After hearing Su Ye's last request, Wei Tianyun couldn't help but roared. A few minutes later. Tianling City is still too small. If you want to kill a large number of division-level beasts, you'd better go to the genius training camp. After leaving the president's room, Su Yi walked towards the elevator. Although the final request for exotic beasts did not get a satisfactory result, he got 2 intermediate martial arts inheritances and 1 high-level martial arts inheritance as well as 50 intermediate spiritual weapon level cards. Su Yi is already very satisfied. President's room. Old song. This Su Yi is simply a bandit. I don't care. He came from you, so you have to pay me half of the money spent this time. After Su Yi left, Wei Tianyun directly found Song Tianhe. After all, if Su Yi became famous in the genius training camp, Ling Yizhong would also make profits that day. Chapter 8 Mysterious Gift Pack, 10 warrior-level skeleton summoning cards. The other side. 4th floor, room number 1. The practice of martial arts is divided into 5 stages: subtlety, proficiency, small success, great success, and perfection. Although I have reached proficiency in the 2 low-level martial arts skills I am currently practicing, there is nothing displayed on the character attribute board. Then practicing intermediate martial arts or high-level martial arts, will it be displayed? Lying on the comfortable big bed, Su Yi began to think about this problem, and this was also the reason why he asked Wei Tianyun to inherit the intermediate and high-level martial arts. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, a knock on the door suddenly rang. Lin Mang? What's up? Opening the door and seeing Lin Mang standing outside, Su Yi asked curiously. Brother Yi. Can I borrow a skeleton soldier? Looking at Su Yi, Lin Mang asked a little embarrassed. Borrow a skeleton soldier? Use it? Hearing this, some terrifying picture suddenly flashed in Su Ye's mind. Brother Yi. Isn't it convenient? Seeing that Su Yi didn't respond for a long time, Lin Mang asked again cautiously. Convenient. But you should pay more attention to your health. Don't hurt yourself. After summoning a skeleton soldier, Su Yi looked at Lin Mang and reminded him. Brother Yi. I'll be careful. After saying that, Lin Mang walked away with the skeleton soldiers, his face full of excitement. Half an hour later. Boom, boom, boom. As the knock on the door rang again, Su Yi walked towards the door again. Su Yi. This is what the president asked me to give to you. With that said, the middle-aged man handed a wooden box to Su Yi. Close the door. Su Yi opened the wooden box. President Wei is quite fast. Looking at the 3 martial arts inheritance stones in the wooden box, Su Yi grinned, then took out an intermediate martial arts inheritance stone and placed it on his forehead. 10 minutes later. Intermediate body technique, 7-star confused steps. With this set of body movements and martial arts engraved in his mind, Su Yi checked the character attributes panel. Isn't it good for intermediate martial arts as well? Su Yi frowned when he saw that there was still no information behind the 7 stars on the character attribute board. Then try high-level martial arts. Thinking of this, Su Yi took out the high-level martial arts inheritance stone from the wooden box. Half an hour later. High-level boxing technique, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist. As expected of high-level martial arts. Just the inheritance took me half an hour. After opening his eyes, Su Yi checked the character attributes panel. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit is 90. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruct, Forced First Blood. Chi and Blood, 99.9. Realm, Level 9 Extreme Warrior. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 0.2%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step, 7-star Confused Tracking Step, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, Micro/0.5%. Mental Power, 99.9. Realm, 9th Level Extreme Spirit Person. Soul Control, beginner's first practice, 77.8%. Items, first grade violent blood pills *35, first grade nutrient solution *31 bottles, first grade divine soul nourishing solution *42 bottles, divine alliance coins *5.8 million, pure gold stone *23 pieces, Tian Mui fluid *15 drops. Advanced martial arts. The system only gives the corresponding information. Should I say it or not? This system's vision is quite high. Thinking of this, Suyi left the room and walked directly towards the elevator, because next, he wanted to verify one thing, that is, if he kills creatures, he will be rewarded with improved martial arts proficiency. 3 minutes later. In the number 1 assessment space. I remember that Leng Jian entered this number 1 assessment space before, but I don't know how many level 9 beasts he killed. Thinking of this, Suyi summoned 89 skeleton soldiers, and then began his explosive journey. On the other side, the president's room. President. Suyi has gone to the secret assessment realm. At this time, the middle-aged man who had previously sent Suyi the martial arts inheritance stone came to Wei Tianyun and reported about Suyi's situation. Keep an eye on him. Except for assessment spaces number 1, 2, and 3. Nothing else will let him in. After saying that, Wei Tianyun waved his hand and asked the middle-aged man to leave the room. 3 assessment spaces. Nearly 90,000 level 9 beasts. It will be gone soon. Thinking of the 9th level beasts that he was about to lose, Wei Tianyun felt so uncomfortable that he wanted to cry. In the number 1 assessment space. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully killing 100,000, human level, 9th level beasts. The bottleneck has been lifted and a mysterious gift package has been obtained. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, and you will be rewarded with 100,000 Divine Alliance coins. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist proficiency increases by 0.3%. When Suyi killed more than 25,000 level 9 beasts, the system's beeps rang in his mind one after another. Really? As long as the system displays the data, then when I kill creatures, I will get corresponding rewards. Feeling that his understanding of the Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist had deepened, Suyi couldn't help but laugh. System. Open the mysterious gift bag. Afterwards, Suyi gave the order to the system with an expectant look on his face. Ding! Open the mysterious gift package. Congratulations to the host for getting, Martial God level, Skeleton Summoning Card *10. Skeleton Summoning Card? Martial God level? Looking at the rewards in the mysterious gift package, Suyi had an extremely strong idea in his mind, which was to summon a warrior-level skeleton soldier to listen. Roar! Roar! At this moment, a tiger roar brought Suyi's mind back to reality. Never mind. Currently, I have not set the entry for sacrificing oneself to save others. Then let's keep these 10 martial god level skeleton summoning cards as our trump cards. Thinking of this, Suyi waved his hand and asked the 89 skeleton soldiers behind him to kill the 23 red flame tigers on the opposite side. 20 minutes later. Name, Suyi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit, 110. Unit type, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruction, Forced First Blood, can add an entry. Chi and Blood, 115.6. Realm, Level 1 Martial Artist. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 0.56%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step, 7-star Confused Tracking Step, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, Micro/12.3%. Mental Power, 108.4. Realm, Level 1 Spiritual Master. Soul Control, Beginner's First Practice, 89.7%. Items, First Grade Violent Blood Elixir *35 pills, First Grade Nutrient Solution *31 bottles, First Grade Divine Soul Nourishing Solution *42 bottles, Divine Alliance coins *5.8 million, Pure Gold Stone *23 pieces, Heavenly Marrow Liquid *15 drops, Martial God Level Skeleton Summoning Card *10. After breaking through to the spiritual martial master, the rewarded energy, blood and mental power will still increase by 0.x and have not changed. But because the physical control has reached the first glimpse stage, the reward has been reduced from 0.x to 0.0x. Then look at it this way. If I want to quickly improve my strength in the future, I have to kill more creatures. After coming out of assessment space number 1, Suyi summarized the current situation. But Suyi didn't have much reaction to this situation, because his summoning limit would continue to increase with his level, so the only thing he needed to consider was how to find enough strange beasts. Chapter 9. If you want to look at others, why are you competing with a summoned creature? Suyi. Do you want to enter the number 2 assessment space? At this moment, the middle-aged man standing at the door of the room looked at Suyi and asked. Enter. After saying that, Suyi walked towards the entrance of the secret realm in the room. In the number 2 assessment space. System. Add, teleport, entry. After entering the assessment space, Suyi immediately issued an order to the system. Originally, his original idea was to set the third entry as, sacrificing oneself to save others, but now there are 10 martial god-level skeleton summons. Stuck, then this entry can be pushed back. Ding! Added entry successfully. After hearing the system's beep, Suyi summoned 109 skeleton soldiers, and then said, teleport. Brush. In the blink of an eye, 109 skeleton soldiers appeared directly 10 meters away. The limit distance of teleportation is 10 meters. 10 seconds of cooldown. Not bad. After understanding the situation of the teleportation entry, Suyi led 109 skeleton soldiers to search for the strange beasts. The other side. 5th floor, battle room number 1. Swishing flame slash. Lin Meng, holding a fiery red sword, was trying his best to launch fierce attacks on the skeleton soldiers again and again. Rock skill. Qian Hao on the side was as solid as a rock. Whenever Lin Meng was about to be attacked by skeleton soldiers, he would appear in front of him and help him block the attack. At the same time, Leng Jian and Zhu Xiyu in the distance were also controlling flying swords and fine needles to attack the skeleton soldiers to relieve the pressure on Lin Meng and Qian Hao. Ha 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 ha. Although Brother Ye's skeleton soldiers are very strong, but we can still fight with our martial arts and spiritual weapons, coupled with tacit cooperation. After fighting for a while, Lin Meng couldn't help laughing. Brush. At this moment, the skeleton soldier suddenly disappeared from Lin Meng's eyes. Boom. Immediately afterwards, there was a loud noise from behind. Lin Meng and Qian Hao, who heard the commotion, also looked behind them. F***K. What just happened? Seeing that Leng Jian and Zhu Xiyu had fallen to the ground and fell into coma, Lin Meng and Qian Hao were immediately stunned. Pang! After getting rid of Leng Jian and Zhu Xiyu, the skeleton soldiers rushed towards the confused two people. A few minutes later, the four of them lay neatly on the ground. Not far away. Strong strength. Terrible fighting instinct. He even knows how to teleport. It's so scary. The skeleton soldiers summoned by Suyi are really scary. Wei Tianyun, who had watched it from beginning to end, looked at the skeleton soldiers with shock in his eyes. Half an hour later, the skeleton soldiers summoned by Brother Yi will teleport. It will be a nightmare for all spiritual beings. When the four of them woke up, Leng Jian told a terrible fact with a look of fear on his face. Cold sword. You say this as if we warriors are not afraid. After hearing Leng Jian's words, Lin Meng followed with a wry smile. You two, stop talking. Now that I think about the next 7 days, Brother Yi may be drinking drinks and eating melon seeds, and then watching us being brutally tortured by skeleton soldiers, I just want to cry. At this time, Qian Hao, who was clutching the snacks in his hands, couldn't help but make a sound. Enough. Didn't you just suffer a little blow? Don't forget. You are also geniuses. As long as you work hard, you will defeat this skeleton soldier sooner or later. At this moment, Wei Tianyun, who was not far away, walked towards the four of them and shouted angrily at the same time. President. What if the skeleton soldiers that Brother Yi summons next time are stronger than this one? Looking at Wei Tianyun walking towards him, Zhu Xiyu asked seriously. Stronger than this? Hearing Zhu Xiyu's question, Wei Tianyun froze on the spot because he didn't know how to answer this question. After a while, people should look to others. Why are you trying to compete with a summoned creature? Okay. Go back and rest quickly. We will meet here early tomorrow morning. After saying that, Wei Tianyun walked towards the distance, and at the same time thought to himself, it's really unexplainable. This guy Su Yi is simply a monster beyond common sense. 4 hours later, second floor. Su Yi. You have already entered all 3 assessment spaces. The rest can't come in anymore. Looking at Su Yi, who was teleported out, the middle-aged man immediately reminded him. I'm going back to my room to rest first. Su Yi nodded after hearing this, then got on the elevator and returned to room 1 on the 4th floor. View the character attributes panel. After lying on the bed, Su Yi gave orders to the system. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit, 230. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruction, Forced First Blood, Teleportation. Chi and Blood, 237.9. Realm, Level 2 Martial Artist. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 8.82%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step, 7-star Confused Tracking Step, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, Mastery/0.9%. Mental Power, 202.5. Realm, Level 2 Spiritual Master. Soul Control, a first glimpse into the door, 5.66%. Items, First Grade Violent Blood Elixir *35 pills, First Grade Nutrient Solution *31 bottles, First Grade Divine Soul Nourishing Solution *42 bottles, Divine Alliance Coins *9.8 million, Pure Gold Stone *42 pieces, Heavenly Marrow Liquid *19 drops, Martial God Level 1 Skeleton Summoning Card *10, Level 2 Nutrient Solution *18 bottles. Level 2 Soul Nourishing Solution *16 bottles. More than 50,000 Level 9 beasts. The quantity is still too small. And the level is lower than mine, so the probability of receiving rewards is also lower. It can be said that the harvest this time is really average. After checking the character attributes panel, Su Yi felt a little disappointed with the improvement in strength in all aspects, because he knew that those monster-level geniuses, if they had enough training resources and the one-on-one guidance of strong people, would not be able to practice well. The speed is also very scary. Boom, boom, boom. Just then, there was a knock on the door. President Wei? What's the matter? After opening the door and seeing that the person coming was Wei Tianyun, Su Yi asked curiously. Su Yi. There are 5 bottles of first-grade nutrient solution and 5 bottles of first-grade divine soul nourishing solution here. Use them first. When you're done with it, feel free to ask me for it. Upon hearing Su Ye's inquiry, Wei Tianyun smiled and handed over a black handbag. Absorb the special energy in the nutrient solution and soul nourishing solution. Both body and soul will suffer a certain amount of pain. I won't suffer that. Otherwise. I have used the nutrient solution and soul nourishing solution in my hand a long time ago. Although he thought so, Su Yi didn't want to expose the secret of becoming stronger by killing creatures, so he directly said, President Wei, I'd better leave these to the 4 of them, I have them myself. With that said, Su Yi walked to the backpack beside the bed and took out the first-grade nutrient solution and first-grade soul nourishing solution from the system space. Wow! When Su Yi poured 35 bottles of first-grade nutrient solution and 31 bottles of first-grade divine soul nourishing solution in his backpack onto the bed, Wei Tianyun was dumbfounded. Chapter 10 Going Out for Training, The Ancient Secret Realm. President Wei. I have training resources. And I don't need anyone else to guide me in my cultivation. So, I don't want to participate in the next Devil's special training. I want to go out alone to experience it for a few days. At this moment, Su Ye's voice rang again. No. You have reached the bottleneck period now. I have to find a way to help you break through the bottleneck. So, you can't leave. Upon hearing Su Ye's idea, Wei Tianyun refused without any hesitation. Boom! After hearing Wei Tianyun's words, Su Yi immediately released his orange blood energy. At the same time, an orange soul mark also emerged from behind him. A halo of blood energy. One layer of soul seal halo. First level spiritual martial artist. Seeing an orange halo under Su Ye's feet and an orange soul mark behind him, Wei Tianyun's eyes widened and he exclaimed. What he didn't know was that this was not all Su Ye's strength. President Wei. I have been fighting to the death with alien beasts all day today. And in countless dangerous situations of life and death, I broke through my own limits, broke through the bottleneck, and successfully broke through to the martial arts master realm and the spiritual master realm. Looking at Wei Tianyun, who was so shocked that he couldn't speak, Su Yi spoke directly. Su Yi. Even if you break through the bottleneck. But don't you need guidance from others in your martial arts? To know. I specially found for you a martial emperor level expert who practices the Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, and his Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist has already reached the level of Xiaocheng. Thinking of the Emperor Wu who had spent a lot of money to invite today, Wei Tianyun began to persuade him again. Su Yi didn't answer after hearing this, but concentrated a lot of blood on his right fist. Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist. As Su Yi punched out, a flaming tiger flashing with thunder appeared in Wei Tianyun's sight. This power fluctuation. Mastery of the realm. Feeling the power of this punch, Wei Tianyun was so shocked that his whole body shook uncontrollably. You must know that Su Yi had only inherited this high-level martial arts for 5 or 6 hours. Pung! As the flaming tiger got closer and closer, Wei Tianyun also stretched out a finger wrapped with blue blood, and then lightly tapped the tiger's forehead, and the tiger instantly collapsed and disappeared into the room. Groove. Although there is a huge gap in strength. But breaking my Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist with one finger is a bit bullying, isn't it? Looking at the crumbling flaming tiger, Su Yi really wanted to summon a warrior-level skeleton soldier and also order some Wei Tianyun. Su Yi. Be careful when you go out for training. Besides, you must come back in 7 days. At this moment, Wei Tianyun's voice rang out. President Wei. I see. After hearing this, Su Yi nodded and replied with a smile. Wei Tianyun nodded and then walked towards the door. Right. Can that skeleton soldier stay? Lin Mang and Ling Jian need a sparring partner, and that skeleton soldier is just right. When he walked to the door, Wei Tianyun suddenly thought of something, and then looked at Su Yi and asked. Isn't that why Lin Mang borrowed a skeleton soldier from me? Want to fight skeleton soldiers instead? Hearing this, Su Yi was stunned for a moment, then nodded and said, okay, but is that skeleton soldier enough? Do you want me to change it to a stronger one? This skeleton soldier almost collapsed under the abuse of those 4 little guys. Do you want to change to something more powerful? Hearing Su Yi's words, Wei Tianyun was also startled, and then said quickly, Su Yi, that's enough, let the 4 of them live well. Finished. Wei Tianyun quickly walked out of the room. Let the 4 of them live well? What does this mean? Looking at Wei Tianyun leaving, Su Yi thought with a puzzled expression. Early the next morning, Su Yi took a car and rushed directly to the airport in Tianling City. 5th floor, in front of the floor-to-ceiling windows. Brother Yi is gone. I don't know if he will break through to the martial arts master realm or the spiritual master realm when he comes back. It will definitely break through. So we have to work hard during these 7 days, otherwise, the gap with Brother Yi will only get wider and wider. Looking at Su Yi getting into the car and leaving, Lin Mang, Ling Jian and the other 4 people also talked about their own thoughts. Why? It's better not to tell them about Su Ye's situation. Otherwise, their mentality will really explode. Wei Tianyun, who was not far away, heard what the four people said and directly chose to conceal it. 2 hours later, Su Yi successfully got on a plane to Yunyang City, and his destination was Kaishan County under Yunyang City. Ancient Secret Realm. There are not only heavenly materials and earthly treasures that can enhance chi, blood or spiritual power, special ores that can be used to create spiritual weapons, martial arts inheritance stones that can pass down martial arts, and other cultivation resources. There are also potential crises such as powerful ancient beasts, highly poisonous plants, mysterious white mist that appears from time to time that can affect vision, hearing, smell and other perceptions. Thinking of the various mysteries in the ancient secret realm, Su Yi was full of expectations for this experience. Brother, I found out everything. Of the 5 talent training camp candidates in Tianling City this year, only one deserves our attention. At this moment, a voice sounded from behind Su Yi. Tianling City has been like this in recent years, and there are still people coming to investigate? After hearing what the other party said, Su Yi leaned directly on the back of the chair and continued to eavesdrop. His name is Su Yi. From Tianling No. 1 Middle School, he is a go-god. I have been at the bottom of my grade for 3 years. But in yesterday's assessment, not only did he rank first, he also directly defeated a 9th-level extreme warrior. And based on this information, I speculate that he either broke through the bottleneck and broke through to the martial arts master level, or that he broke through to the stage of first glimpse of physical control. If it's the second type, then he has to focus on it. After all, strengthening chi and blood can rely on external objects, but stimulating the potential of the physical body relies on constantly breaking through the limits of one's own physical body, and then accumulating bit by bit. Soon, the voice sounded again. God go? Hearing the other party's evaluation of himself, Su Ye's face darkened instantly. I know, brother. When I arrive in Yunyang City, I will go to Kaishan County to find you right away. At this moment, the voice sounded again. This guy also goes to Kaishan County? And the big brother he talks about is there too? After hearing what the other party said, Su Yi grinned, and then said to himself, very good, this training trip has begun to become interesting. 3 hours later, the plane landed smoothly at Yunyang Airport. Skinny monkey. I remember you. Looking at a thin young man walking past, Su Yi smiled playfully, then got up and left his seat, following the crowd off the plane. Chapter 11 Huang Mao vs. An army of 2,000 skeleton soldiers. Outside the airport. Little brother. Are you going to Kaishan County? 100 for a shared car, 400 for a chartered car. When Su Yi walked out of the airport, a middle-aged uncle came to him and asked. Charter a car. After Su Yi heard this, he said directly. After a while. Little brother. Are you also going to the ancient secret realm near Kaishan County? After getting in the car, the middle-aged uncle started chatting in a familiar manner. Su Yi replied casually after hearing this. Then you have to be careful. Although I don't know the specific situation, I do know that many people have died inside in the past month. Knowing that Su Yi was really going to that ancient secret realm, the middle-aged uncle also gave a kind reminder. That ancient secret realm is just a master-level secret realm. And in the past 5 years, many people have gone in. It can be said that most of the dangers are known. Under normal circumstances, there should not be a large number of casualties. So what went wrong? After hearing the middle-aged uncle's reminder, Su Yi started to think. An hour later. Outside the entrance to the ancient secret realm. Dude. What strength? We happen to be short of one person in our team, do you want to join us? When Su Yi got off the car, a man with a tattoo on his arm came to him and asked. Level 9 Ultimate Warrior. Hearing Su Ye's words, the tattooed man on the side looked at each other and the few people who came after him, turned around and left, and at the same time muttered, a warrior dares to come to the master level, ancient secret realm, this is not a beetle coming out of his cave, looking for shit. Cleaned. Then let's start my training. After a few people left, Suyi walked toward the 3-meter-high and 2-meter-wide space vortex not far away. F***K. That kid actually went in by himself. Interesting. He's really here to get shit. Seeing Suyi disappearing into the entrance of the secret realm, many people showed surprise. The ancient secret realm. Blood Shadow Beast. Master level ancient beast. Level 2. Looking at the 3 blood-red ancient beasts not far away that resembled foxes, Suyi directly summoned 229 skeleton soldiers. It is said that the ancient beasts in the ancient secret realm are powerful. Then let me see how strong they are. Thinking of this, Suyi rushed towards the 3 blood shadow beasts on the opposite side. Pung! 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 Soon, Suyi fought with 3 blood shadow beasts. The physical body is very powerful. At least it has reached the level of physical control, the first learning stage, and the stimulation level is 90%. That alone. The strength of this ancient beast is far superior to that of the alien beasts. After fighting for a while, Suyi understood the strength of these 3 blood shadow beasts. What's going on? Seeing the 3 blood shadow beasts opposite, their bodies began to wither, as if the blood in their bodies had been drained. This strange situation directly aroused Suyi's interest. Boom! As Suyi and the 3 blood shadow beasts fought together again, he discovered something that shocked him extremely. That was that the power that the 3 blood shadow beasts exploded at this time was more than 10 times greater than before. The first glimpse into the doorway stage. The power that these 3 blood shadow beasts exploded at this time has definitely reached the stage of first glimpse. Looking at the 3 blood shadow beasts on the opposite side, Suyi finally understood why the ancient beasts were stronger than the alien beasts. It was because they had their own unique power, which allowed their own strength to skyrocket in a short period of time. After understanding the situation, Suyi did not continue to take action, but directly gave the teleport order to the skeleton soldiers not far away. Burst. When 229 skeleton soldiers surrounded the 3 blood shadow beasts, Suyi snapped his fingers. Boom! With a loud noise, the 3 blood shadow beasts disappeared directly into the mushroom cloud. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, the vitality and blood will increase by 0.3, and the physical control will increase by 0.02. Soon. The system's beep sounded in Suyi's mind. There's a reward. Then let's explode. Set a small goal first, blast all the ancient beasts in the secret realm within 7 days. Thinking of this, Suyi summoned 4 skeleton soldiers and walked forward. And his plan is very simple, that is, when he encounters the ancient beast, if there is someone nearby, then he will send 4 skeleton soldiers. If there is no one nearby, he will directly summon unlimited skeleton soldiers to explode. And when Suyi left, a figure slowly emerged from the shadow of a rock. Level 2 Talented Martial Artist. Talent Call. You can summon 229 summoned creatures at one time. The strength of the summoned creature is unknown. It can teleport and self-destruct. Groove. Where the hell did this monster come from? Looking at Suyi walking away, Lin Chuan's eyes were full of shock. After all, the terrifying power generated by the self-destruction of 229 skeleton soldiers just now really scared him. I have the strength of a 5th-level martial artist. Plus my special talent. He shouldn't be able to find me. Thinking of this, Lin Chuan chased Suyi directly, because he wanted to know if the other party had other hidden powers. The other side. It is said that in ancient secret realms, there are often situations where people are killed and treasures are taken. I didn't expect that. You met me so quickly. Looking at the yellow man blocking his way in front of him, Suyi asked coldly, is something wrong? Skeleton summons creatures. Talented warrior. Boy. If you don't want to die here, then obediently hand over all your belongings. Otherwise, don't blame me for smothering your genius in the cradle. Looking at Su Yi, Huang Mao said jokingly. Oh. Do you think you've got me? Playing with a martial god-level skeleton summoning card, Su Yi asked playfully. Boom. Huang Mao did not answer, but directly released his own orange blood. At the same time, 4 orange halos appeared under his feet. 4th level martial artist. Very good. Just try the effect of forced first blood first. After understanding Huang Mao's strength, Su Yi directly summoned the remaining 225 skeleton soldiers with a wave of his hand. But what surprised Su Yi was that this summoning actually triggered a lucky critical strike. Densely packed. When 2,250 skeleton soldiers holding bone knives surrounded Huang Mao was dumbfounded, and Lin Chuan, who was hiding in the dark, was also dumbfounded. What's going on? What's going on here? Can anyone tell me what exactly happened? Looking at the densely packed skeleton soldiers around him, Huang Mao panicked. Although he had the strength of a 4th-level martial artist, he couldn't stand up to the many skeleton soldiers. After all, he was not a defensive warrior. Once he ran out of blood, what awaited him would be a miserable ending to be chopped into pieces with random knives. Chapter 12. Is it possible to play summoned creatures like this? Brother. Misunderstandings are all misunderstandings. I'm actually kidding you. Soon, Huang Mao's voice rang out from the encirclement of the skeleton army. Burst. Su Yi ignored the other party, but stepped back several hundred meters, and then snapped his fingers. Boom. As a deafening explosion sounded, a huge mushroom cloud more than 10 meters high bloomed in his eyes. The earth trembles. Smoke and dust are everywhere. The intense aftermath of the explosion began to sweep wildly around. A few minutes later, when everything was settled, a huge pit with a diameter of 200 meters appeared in front of Su Yi. As for Huang Mao, there are no bones left, as if they had never appeared. 4th-level martial artist. That's it? Looking at the huge pit not far away, Su Yi curled his lips, and then walked away with the 4 newly summoned skeleton soldiers. 10 minutes. 10 minutes after Su Yi left, Lin Chuan, who was hiding in the shadow of a big tree, dared to reveal himself. Level 4 martial artist. Kill instantly. This guy is perverted. Besides, I had 4 skeleton soldiers with me, and then when I met someone with evil intentions, I immediately brought out more than 2,000. This damn thing is too naughty. Looking at the direction Su Yi left, Lin Chuan didn't dare to follow him anymore, because he knew one thing very well, that is, facing the explosion just now, it would be difficult for even him to survive. As for his special talent, it would be difficult for him to survive in the face of the explosion. It is completely useless in front of more than 2,000 skeleton soldiers who can self-destruct. The other side. What? Killing creatures whose realm is lower than mine, the chance of receiving rewards will be lower. Then when you kill creatures with a higher level than me, the probability of receiving rewards seems to have not changed. This is a bit doggy. After discovering that after killing Huang Mao, the system did not give a reminder to obtain a reward, Su Yi had a conjecture in his mind, but whether this conjecture was true would have to wait for an opportunity to verify it in the future. 15 minutes later. That's Silver Moon Wolf. And there are still hundreds of wolves. Seeing hundreds of Silver Moon Wolves appearing in the distance, Su Ye's whole body trembled with excitement. The Wolf King turned out to be a master level, 9th level ancient beast. And there are also quite a few Silver Moon Wolves at level 8, level 7, level 6, etc. Even the weakest Silver Moon Wolf has the strength of master level, level 3. It's a bit difficult. After putting on the smart glasses and seeing the situation of the wolves, Su Yi frowned. Boy! The moon spirit liquid guarded by the Silver Moon Wolf pack is ours. You'd better not let your mind wander. At this moment, a threatening voice sounded from behind Su Yi. Brush! As the voice sounded, 4 skeleton soldiers directly blocked Su Yi behind him. It's him. Turning around, he saw that among the 5 people walking from a distance, there was the thin monkey from the plane. Suyi also had a look of surprise on his face, because he did not expect that he would meet him here. Other side. Summoning talent. Skeleton summons creatures. Brother. Do you want to cooperate with us? When the 5 people came over, the young man in white in the middle noticed the 4 skeleton soldiers in front of Suyi, and then asked with a smile. Brother. What qualifications does he have to cooperate with us? Just when Shoho expressed his dissatisfaction with this proposal, the young man in white made him shut up with a stern look. What kind of cooperation method? At this time, Suyi asked aloud while playing with the God of War skeleton summoning card. How many of these skeletal creatures can you summon? If we let them lure away the wolves, how long can they last? Upon hearing Suyi's question, the young man in white did not answer immediately. Instead, he asked 2 questions. You can summon 4. And my skeleton soldiers are only at the level of a 2nd-level martial artist, so there is no way they can lure away the wolves. Looking at the young man in white, Suyi said seriously. Can this guy really only summon 4 skeleton creatures? Besides, is there really nothing special about these skeletal creatures? Seeing Suyi's serious look, the young man in white fell into deep thought, because no matter what talent he had, he would not despise it and always wanted to understand it clearly, which was why he proposed cooperation. I thought I could get some information out of Suyi's mouth, but who would have thought that Suyi didn't say anything? Brother. If this is the case, then we may not be able to cooperate. But I won't stop you from seizing the moon spirit liquid. From now on, let's each rely on our own abilities. After thinking for a moment, the young man in white looked at Suyi and expressed his decision. That's right. He still doesn't give up. He still wanted to take this opportunity to learn more about Suyi's summoning talent. Excuse me. I'm not interested in the moon spirit liquid you're talking about at all. After saying that, Suyi made a skeleton soldier kneel on the ground, and then used the skeleton soldier's back as a chair and sat directly on it, while the other 3 skeleton soldiers beat 1 on the back and 2 on the legs. Seeing Suyi's cool operation, the young man in white, the thin monkey and the other 5 people were stunned, and they all thought together, how can summoning creatures be played like this? Brother. Since you are not interested in the moon spirit liquid, then we want it. Right. My name is Luo Tianchen. If you have the opportunity to go to Yuanhe City in the future, you can come find me. Looking at Suyi, Luo Tianchen smiled, and then led the 4 of them towards the Silver Moon Wolf Pack in the distance. Brother. Why are you so polite to that boy? After staying away from Suyi, the thin monkey Luo Tianxiang asked with a puzzled expression. Xiang. Summoning talent is a very special talent. Whether this talent is powerful or not depends entirely on the type of troops summoned. Speaking of this, Luo Tianchen paused for a moment, and then continued, and this man's skeleton unit is something I have never heard of, so I would like to know more about this unit. So that's it. I said, brother, why are you so polite to that guy? After listening to Luo Tianchen's explanation, Luo Tianxiang finally understood. Alright. Stop talking about that guy. The Silver Moon Wolf King is not easy to deal with, we have to be careful next. At this time, Luo Tianchen looked at the Silver Moon Wolf King in the distance and said solemnly. The other side. I also want to find out about my talents and skeleton soldiers. It's so beautiful to have a bell in your arms. Looking at Luo Tianchen walking towards the wolves, Suyi said with a sneer. Chapter 13 Weird Blood-Red Mist, Suyi explodes. Roar. At this moment, a wolf howl mixed with anger sounded from a distance. Those 3 people brought by the Luo brothers are actually 9th-level martial masters. Seeing that the 3 people were already fighting with the Silver Moon Wolf King, Suyi took out a bag of melon seeds from the system space and watched the excitement. A few minutes later, the 3 people began to retreat while fighting, and the Silver Moon Wolf King led most of the Silver Moon Wolf in pursuit. Lead away most of the powerful Silver Moon Wolves. Then the Luo brothers took the opportunity to steal the moon spirit liquid. The method is ordinary, but it works. After understanding Luo Tianqian's plan, Suyi walked away with 4 skeleton soldiers, because there was no need to continue watching. What is that? Blood-red mist? Noticing the sudden appearance of strange blood-red mist on the side of the Silver Moon Sanglang wolf pack, Suyi also had a flash of doubt in his eyes, because as far as he knew, there was only white mist in the ancient secret realm that affected vision, hearing and other perceptions. But I have never heard of blood-red mist. Wait a moment. The uncle driver said before that something is not right in this ancient secret place recently, and many people have died. Could it be? Is it because of this weird blood-red mist? Thinking of this, Suyi looked into the distance again. Brother! Run! This blood-red mist can not only make the ancient beasts go crazy, but also make their strength skyrocket. The most important thing is, our strength will be greatly suppressed. At this time, Luo Tianqian, who was running frantically for his life, shouted at Suyi. Really? The reason why this secret realm is abnormal is because of this blood-red mist. But they are ready to run away, then I can just explode. Hearing Luo Tianqian's reminder, Suyi smiled. But soon, his smile froze on his face, because Luo Tianqian saw that he was standing still, and when he passed by him, he just carried him away. If you run, run quickly. What do you mean by carrying me away? Crazy. Seeing Luo Tianqian running with him on his shoulders, the corners of Su Ye's mouth couldn't help but twitch. Brother! I'm so scared that I can't even walk. Rest assured. With us, you can't die. Although I don't understand why the eldest brother wanted to save this guy, but he saved it, so he naturally won't say anything bad. Groove. Who is so frightened that they can't walk? You brothers are all crazy. Hearing Luo Tianqian's words, Suyi was completely speechless. After all, he was kind-hearted to save him, what could he say? 5 minutes later. Brother! It's safe here. Be careful next time. After putting Suyi down, Luo Tianqian reminded him with a smile, and then walked away with Luo Tianqiang and the 3 9th-level martial masters who were chasing him. Why? You still have to run back by yourself. Luo Tianqian. Thank you so much. Seeing Luo Tianqian, Luo Tianqiang and others leaving, Suyi shook his head helplessly, then turned around and walked in the direction of the Silver Moon Sanglang wolf pack. The other side. Brother! It was so dangerous just now. Why did you say you were going to save him? We're not familiar with him. After staying away from Suyi, Luo Tianqiang asked the doubts in his heart. Talented warrior. And what's more, the skeleton troops that have been summoned are those that have never appeared before. Such a person. It never hurts to make some friends. After saying that, Luo Tianqian pointed to the open space in the distance and said, Rest there first, we will go back in 2 hours. 10 minutes later. No one will bother me this time. You can explode to your heart's content. Looking at the area shrouded in blood-red mist not far away, Suyi grinned, then summoned 229 skeleton soldiers and walked inside. Under this weird blood-red mist, I can only use 70% of my strength. Upon discovering this situation, Suyi also showed a look of surprise on his face. Brush. 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 At this moment, the skeleton soldiers suddenly blocked Suyi behind him. At the same time, more than 20 silver moon wolves with blood-red eyes and who had fallen into madness walked out of the blood-red mist in front of them. Groove. I'm so scared. F***K them. Seeing more than 20 silver moon wolves walking out in front, Suyi directly gave the order to attack the skeleton soldiers. In the blink of an eye. Except for the skeleton soldier in front of Suyi, the other more than 200 skeleton soldiers teleported to the silver moon wolf and then self-destructed. Boom! Following a loud noise, the silver moon wolf's roar mixed with pain came from the mushroom cloud. Level 4, 8 heads. Level 5, 6 heads. Level 6, 9 heads. It's a bit difficult to kill, but it's not a big problem. Looking at the 23 silver moon wolves rushing out of the mushroom cloud, Suyi first asked a skeleton soldier next to him to teleport to a place 10 meters away, and then summoned another 228. The skeleton soldiers launched a suicidal attack on the charging silver moon wolf. Once. Twice. 3 times. Suyi kept repeating this operation, and finally killed all the silver moon wolves after 7 minutes. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, blood will increase by 0.4, physical control will increase by 0.03%, talent source stone fragment *1. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, and you will be rewarded with 100,000 Divine Alliance coins *. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, the vitality and blood will increase by 0.3, the mental power will increase by 0.4, and the proficiency of the Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist will increase by 0.2%. Hearing the system prompt sound in his mind, Suyi nodded with satisfaction, and then secretly said, although it's a bit frustrating to kill now, when I break through to the 9th level of Ultimate Martial Artist, I can summon 990 skeletons. Soldiers, if you break through to the 9th level of Extreme Martial Arts, you can summon 9,990 skeleton soldiers. I can only say that it is a bit difficult in the early stage, but it will definitely be exciting in the later stage. Keep blowing. While they lose their minds, I have to explode them as hard as I can. Otherwise, once they regain their consciousness, the Wolf King will organize them, and it will be a bit troublesome to explode them. Thinking of this, Suyi took more than 200 skeleton soldiers behind him and continued to search for the remaining Silver Moon Wolf. An hour and a half later. Wolf King. It won't explode either. Looking at the corpse of the Silver Moon Wolf King at his feet, Suyi curled his lips, and then walked out of the blood mist area with the 4 skeleton soldiers behind him. 20 minutes later. When Suyi came to a desert-like place, he first looked around, and then said directly, check the character attributes panel. Name, Suyi. Talent, summoning, current upper limit, 260. Weapons, skeleton soldier, self-destruction, forced first blood, teleportation. Chi and blood, 267.9. Realm, level 2 martial artist. Physical control, a first look at the door, 9.41%. Martial skills, overlapping wave palm, confused wind step, 7-star confused tracking step, red flame thunder tiger fist, mastery /10.9%. Mental power, 227.3. Realm, level 2 spiritual master. Soul control, a first glimpse into the door, 6.88%. Items, first grade violent blood elixir *35 pills, first grade nutrient solution *31 bottles, first grade divine soul nourishing solution *42 bottles, divine alliance coins *9.8 million, pure gold stone *42 pieces, heavenly marrow liquid *19 drops, martial god level 1 skeleton summoning card *10, level 2 nutrient solution *18 bottles. Level 2 Soul Nourishing Solution *16 bottles, Talent Source Stone Fragments *12. More than 400 Silver Moon Wolves, the number is still too few. Even if we kill them all, the strength has not improved much. After saying that, Suyi's eyes fell on the reward of the Talent Source Stone Fragment. Chapter 14 The Shark Beast that can eat bombs by itself. Fragments of the Talent Source Stone. What's the use of this thing? There is no information about this thing in my memory. Looking at the fragments of the Talent Source Stone, Suyi's eyes were full of curiosity, because he always felt that this thing was related to the talent, and he also had a guess in his mind that this thing would only explode if he killed the ancient beast. Brush. At this moment, a skeleton soldier next to Suyi seemed to have noticed something, and grabbed Suyi and teleported to a place 10 meters away. Pung. At the same time, where Suyi was standing before, a bloody mouth suddenly appeared from the ground. Shark Beast. Master Level Ancient Beast. Level 3. Through the smart glasses, Suyi quickly understood the information about the brown-yellow, fish-like ancient beast that emerged from the ground. What the hell? Fortunately, the skeleton soldiers have strong fighting instincts and danger perception. Otherwise, I'm so F*** G P D off. Seeing the shark beast burrowing into the ground again, Su Yi was also frightened. After all, the entry, sacrificing oneself to save others, has not been opened yet, so a sudden crisis like this is what he is most worried about. Next. To unlock the next entry, it must be, sacrifice yourself to save others. With that said, Su Yi jumped directly onto the back of the skeleton soldier, so that if the danger just now appeared again, he could jump away at any time with the help of the skeleton soldier's body. Pung! 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 At this moment, 3 strange noises suddenly rang out from 10 meters away. Immediately afterwards, 3 bloody mouths emerged from the ground and directly swallowed the 3 skeleton soldiers still there. This shark beast is a ruthless beast. He even dared to swallow a skull bomb. Seeing the 3 skeleton soldiers being swallowed by the 3 shark beasts, Su Yi grinned, snapped his fingers, and whispered softly, "Explode." Boom! 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 As 3 dull explosions sounded, 2 of the second-level shark beasts turned directly into a ball of blood mist, and the body of the remaining third-level shark beast also trembled violently, and then quickly got into the ground. It was just a shark beast. 2 ends popped up again. Is there a possibility that this is the territory of the shark beast? Thinking of this, Su Yi directly summoned 258 skeleton soldiers. Bring it on. The bomb is ready for you. It's time to eat. Looking at the more than 200 skeleton soldiers in the distance, Su Yi thought excitedly. Pung! 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 A few minutes later, countless bloody mouths burst out of the ground and swallowed all the skeleton soldiers in an instant. There were even many shark beasts that did not eat the skeleton soldiers. At this time, the skeleton soldier under Su Yi also teleported to a place 10 meters away, successfully evading the attack of the shark beast. Burst! Seeing all the shark beasts burrowing into the ground again, Su Yi snapped his fingers and caused all the skeleton soldiers to self-destruct. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, spiritual power increases by 0.2, and soul control increases by 0.03%. Ding! Successfully kill the creature and get the talent source stone fragment *1. Ding! Successfully kill the creature, the vitality and blood will increase by 0.4, the physical control will increase by 0.02%, and the proficiency of the Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist will increase by 0.2%. As the sandy ground vibrated slightly, the system's reward notification sounds continued in Su Yi's mind. This is not a shark beast. This is simply a beast. But this is convenient for me. Next, I just need to keep summoning skeleton soldiers and let them eat them. Thinking of this, Su Yi summoned 258 skeleton soldiers again. The other side. No more. The silver moon wolf is all gone. Brother. What happened before here? Luo Tianxiang, who had returned, looked at the devastated ground around him with shock in his eyes. Bomb. Someone should have used expensive special bombs to kill the Silver Moon Wolf pack. Looking at the bombed and mutilated corpse of the Wolf King, Luo Tianxian also expressed his guess. Moon Spirit Liquid. At this time, the Luo brothers finally thought of something, and then rushed in the direction of the Moon Spirit Liquid. How is this possible? The person or team that destroyed the Silver Moon Wolf pack did not take away the Moon Spirit Liquid. Looking at the more than 100 drops of Moon Spirit fluid stored in the moonlike bluestone platform in front of him, Luo Tianxian was immediately confused because he didn't understand why the other party had clearly destroyed the Silver Moon Wolf pack, but why he didn't take it away. Moon Spirit Liquid. Brother. What to do? Should we take these Moon Spirit Liquids or not? At this time, Luo Tianxiang was also a little unsure, because he was not sure whether the person or the team that destroyed the Silver Moon Wolf pack would come back to take away the Moon Spirit Liquid. Take. Since they didn't take it away, and they have already left, then this Moon Spirit Liquid is an ownerless thing. After saying that, Luo Tianqian motioned to the 3 9th-level martial master realm experts beside him to collect the moon spirit liquid. A few minutes later. The east side is the territory of the shark beast. We can't go there, otherwise we don't know how we will die by then. And to the west is the territory of the stone rock beast. We can go there and try our luck. After collecting all the moon spirit liquid, Luo Tianqian made a decision, and then led everyone towards the west. Shark beast territory. No more. The explosion only killed more than 2,500 shark beasts, and the explosion caused them to become extinct? No. I haven't exploded enough yet. Seeing that no shark beast had appeared for a long time, Suyi felt uncomfortable. After all, it was rare to encounter an ancient beast like this that ate its own bombs. Qi and blood have exceeded 322.7. Mental strength also broke through to 258.6. Seeing that his blood and mental strength had been greatly improved, Suyi also showed a look of satisfaction on his face. After all, he was killing, master-level, creatures now. Imagine tens of thousands and tens of thousands at a time like before. Killing is basically unrealistic. And that is to say, in this ancient secret realm, he could find so many, division-level, ancient beasts to kill. If he returned to the Spirit Warriors Association in Tianling City, he would not be able to kill many, division-level, alien beasts at all. But Suyi still has something to look forward to, and that is the Genius Training Camp. I killed more than 2,500 shark beasts, and only 10 fragments of the Talent Source Stone exploded? When Suyi saw that there were only 22 fragments of the Talent Source Stone, he had a guess in his mind, that is, this thing is very difficult to explode, and before killing more than 400 Silver Moon Wolf, it could explode 12 film. Either he was out of luck, or it had something to do with that weird blood-red mist. Chapter 15 The Ancient Beasts Picked Off Your Kachatsi. Do you hate them so much? Never mind. Keep killing the ancient beasts. As for the fragments of the Talent Source Stone, I'll ask President Wei when I get back and see if he knows about it. Thinking of this, Suyi continued walking forward with 4 skeleton soldiers. 4 days later. After Suyi destroyed a group of ancient beasts again, he came to rest under a big tree and also checked the character attributes panel. Name, Suyi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit, 560. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruction, Forced First Blood, Teleportation. Qi and Blood 567.3. Realm, Level 5 Martial Artist. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 33.84%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step, 7-star Confused Tracking Step, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, Mastery/75.8%. Mental Power, 507.6. Realm, Level 5 Spiritual Master. Soul Control, a first glimpse into the door, 23.75%. Items, Divine Alliance Coin *14.5 million, Pure Gold Stone *57, Heavenly Marrow Liquid *31 drops, God of War Skeleton Summoning Card *10, Talent Source Stone Fragments *45. Although there are many ancient beasts in the ancient secret realm, but it's too troublesome to find. Moreover, there are powerful ancient beasts in every group of ancient beasts. Even with the effect of the Forced First Blood entry, it is very slow to kill them. It's so difficult. In the final analysis, the summoning limit is too low. Looking at the various strength data on the character attribute board, Suyi's face was full of disappointment. After all, it took 4 days to improve so much strength. It was really too bad. What Suyi didn't know was that his current speed of strength improvement was abnormal. After all, whether it was the improvement of Master Realm strength or the improvement of physical body control and soul control in the second stage, the difficulty of improvement was the same as before. Several times. Little brother. One person. At this moment, a middle-aged man wearing casual clothes walked over from a distance. Is something wrong? Looking at the middle-aged man walking towards him, Su Yi played with the martial god-level skeleton summoning card in his hand and asked. In the past 4 days, Su Yi has become accustomed to playing with the martial god-level skeleton summoning card. After all, you may encounter someone here at any time. In danger. And he also really wanted to encounter a fatal crisis, and for no other reason than to see how powerful the self-destruction of the god-level skeleton soldiers could be. Take it easy. If I wanted to do something bad to you, you would be a dead person by now. Seeing Su Ye's vigilant look, the middle-aged man smiled, and then released his cyan blood. Cyan blood. 9 cyan halos. Is this guy a 9th-level martial emperor? But how is this possible? You know, this is the Master level, ancient secret realm, and only people from the Zhe realm and Master realm can enter. Seeing the green blood on the middle-aged man's body, Su Yi was immediately stunned. Talent. Suddenly, Su Yi thought of something, and then looked at the middle-aged man. That's right. The reason why I can enter the Master level, ancient secret realm is indeed related to my talent. Looking at Su Yi, the middle-aged man smiled and continued, you don't have to worry about me hurting you now, I just want to ask you something. What's up? Su Yi didn't completely believe what the middle-aged man said, so he always held the martial god-level skeleton summoning card in his hand. This ancient secret realm has had some problems in the past month. Do you know what's going on? Looking at Su Yi, the middle-aged man asked seriously. A strange blood-red mist appeared in this secret realm. Just get in it. Humanity's strength will be suppressed, and if there are ancient beasts among them, the ancient beasts will go crazy, and their strength will skyrocket. After hearing what the middle-aged man said, Su Yi didn't hide anything and directly told everything he knew about the situation. Really? A strange blood-red mist also appeared in this secret realm. But I need to know the detailed information about the blood-red mist here so that I can report it to the League of Gods. Thinking of this, Ding Kai looked at the young man in front of him. Can you lead me to the blood-red mist in your mouth? Because this is my first time in this ancient secret realm. So, I don't know much about the situation in this ancient secret territory. Looking at Su Yi, Ding Kai expressed his thoughts. You are unfamiliar. I'm not familiar with it at all. Who is not visiting this ancient secret realm for the first time? After hearing Ding Kai's words, Su Yi was ready to refuse. However, before he could speak, Ding Kai's voice rang again. Little brother. Don't worry, I won't let your help go in vain. As long as you can help me find the blood-red mist, you can ask for anything you want. As long as it's not too much, I will agree to it. Are there any benefits? After hearing Ding Kai's promise, Su Yi immediately agreed. After all, wouldn't he be a fool if he didn't take advantage of it? Say it. What do you want? After hearing that Su Yi agreed to take him to find the blood-red mist, Ding Kai immediately asked with a smile. Kill the ancient beast. In the next process of searching for the blood-red mist, whenever you encounter a group of ancient beasts, I hope you can seriously injure them, and then I will kill them with a last hit. As for the treasures of heaven and earth guarded by the ancient beasts, I don't want them, you can take them all. Looking at Ding Kai, Su Yi directly stated his needs. I seriously injure the ancient beast, and then you hit me with a last hit? And you still don't want the treasures guarded by the ancient beasts? Do you just want to kill them? What's wrong? The ancient beasts picked up your Kucha seeds. Do you hate them so much? Ding Kai was immediately confused when he heard Su Ye's strange request. Good. I promise you. After calming down, Ding Kai agreed directly. Although he didn't understand why Su Yi hated the ancient beast so much, he could accept this condition. Half an hour later. Shadowwind Rabbit. 783. They are all seriously injured, the rest will be left to you. After easily injuring all the Shadowwind Rabbits, Ding Kai came to Su Yi and said with a smile. Call. After Su Yi heard this, he directly summoned 4 skeleton soldiers, and then ordered the skeleton soldiers to kill the Shadowwind Rabbits who were seriously injured and on the verge of death. Summon talents. A never-before-seen skeleton troop? Seeing the 4 skeleton soldiers summoned by Su Yi, Ding Kai's eyes also flashed with surprise, because he never thought that the first person he met when entering the secret realm was actually a practitioner with special talents. Who? This guy looks very young. If he is a senior in high school, then will I meet him in the provincial talent training camp in a few days? Looking at Su Yi, Ding Kai thought to himself. Chapter 16. Oh my god. This guy is such a B****ch. Ding. Successfully kill the creature, the vitality and blood will increase by 0.3, and the mental power will increase by 0.4. Ding. Successfully kill the creature, the control of the soul increases by 0.02%, and the proficiency of the Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist increases by 0.2%. As the 4 skeleton soldiers chopped the severely injured and dying Shadow Wind rabbits into mincemeat, the system's notification sounds continue to sound in Su Ye's mind. It's so cool. With the help of a Martial King level expert, we can kill the ancient beast much faster. Feeling that all aspects of his strength were getting stronger, Su Yi felt so happy. Su Yi. I see that the skeleton soldiers you summoned have the strength of a 5th level martial artist. Then are you a martial artist or a spiritual master? What level? At this moment, Ding Kai's voice rang from the side. Brother Kai. I am a 5th level martial artist. After hearing Ding Kai's inquiry, Su Yi replied directly. He is a 5th level martial artist. Then the summoned skeleton creature is also a level 5 martial artist. This talent is not easy. After learning about Su Ye's strength, Ding Kai was shocked. Then he looked at Su Yi and reminded him seriously, Su Yi, although your summoning talent is very strong, you cannot rely entirely on the power of your talent. Whenever you encounter ancient or strange beasts in the future, I suggest you fight it yourself first. To know. No matter how powerful the skeleton creature is, it can't compare to itself. After all, the power it unleashes from combat experience, physical control, martial arts, etc. is far beyond what the skeleton creature can match. Reminded me so much, this Ding Kai guy is quite good. But I really don't need to work hard on my own. With skeleton soldiers, it would be nice to lie down. Although he thought so, in the face of Ding Kai's kind reminder, Su Yi could only nod and said, Brother Kai, I understand. One day later. No. This kid is walking east and west for a while. It takes half a day to find an ancient beast herd. How does he know the situation in this secret territory? After a busy day, he only encountered 5 groups of ancient beasts. Ding Kai felt like he was going crazy, because according to his idea, if Su Yi was familiar with the secret realm, he could find at least 10 groups of ancient beasts in that day. That's right. Su Yi. Can you mention the speed of our search for the ancient beast herd? Finally, Ding Kai couldn't help but express his thoughts to Su Yi. A word about speed? Is it because I don't want to mention it? I can't find it at all. After hearing Ding Kai's words, Su Yi smiled helplessly. After all, he also wanted to speed up, but he was not familiar with the situation in the secret realm, so he could only rely on luck to find the ancient beasts. Brother Kai. I know you are in a hurry, but don't be anxious yet. After all, that weird blood-red mist is erratic, we can only look for it slowly. Afterwards, Su Yi started to cheat. Why? Then keep looking. After hearing Su Ye's words, Ding Kai sighed helplessly. To be honest, if Su Yi hadn't been looking for the group of ancient beasts, he would have felt that the other party was deceiving him. Because the news he got from the Divine Alliance was that this weird blood-red mist would only appear in the territory of the ancient beast herd, so even if Su Yi kept leading him around, he never doubted Su Yi. But Su Yi didn't know this situation. He just wanted Ding Kai, a warrior-level warrior, to help him injure more ancient beasts and speed up his improvement in strength. As for the weird blood-red mist, he kept it from beginning to end. I always feel like I have to rely on luck to find that thing. Another day has passed. Wandering around. This kid is definitely leading me around. He doesn't know the situation in this secret realm at all. Through careful observation yesterday, Ding Kai made a bold guess, that is, Su Yi didn't know the situation in the secret area at all. Su Yi. Where are we currently? How far is it from our nearest ancient beast territory? Then, in order to verify his suspicion, Ding Kai looked directly at Su Yi and asked. I don't know. Upon hearing Ding Kai's question, Su Yi gave a direct and generous answer. Have no idea? Are you saying that so confidently? After hearing Su Yi's answer, Ding Kai's mentality immediately exploded. Su Yi. You don't know what's going on in this secret place at all? Then why did you agree to take me to find the blood red mist before? After trying to calm down, Ding Kai stared at Su Yi and asked. Brother Kai. I only promised to take you to find the blood red mist. But I never said that I know the situation in this secret place. Looking at Ding Kai, Su Yi pretended to be innocent and said. Oh shit. This guy is such a B****ch. How can he be such a dog? After hearing Su Yi's words, Ding Kai immediately laughed out loud, because Su Yi never said that he knew the situation in the secret realm from the beginning to the end. Call. After taking a deep breath, Ding Kai looked at Su Yi and said, forget it, although you don't know the situation in the secret realm, you know the conditions for the appearance of the blood red mist, and you have been looking for it for 2 days. Conditions arise? What conditions appear? After hearing this, Su Yi asked curiously. This kid doesn't know the conditions for the appearance of blood red mist? That is to say, he has been taking me to look for ancient beasts for the past 2 days. Is it just a coincidence? Seeing that Su Yi seemed to really not know the conditions for the appearance of the blood red mist, Ding Kai felt so uncomfortable that he wanted to cry. Su Yi. Let's go. Leave me alone. Ding Kai waved his hand, and then walked aside alone, leaving Su Yi with a lonely figure. Brother Kai. Then I'm leaving. We'll see you again in the future. After saying that, Su Yi released orange blood energy, and after standing there for a minute, a space vortex appeared from behind him and sucked him in directly. See you again by fate? Who wants to meet you again by chance? Please stay away from me from now on. When Su Yi left the secret realm, Ding Kai shook his head with a wry smile, then released his own cyan blood, and then stood there preparing to teleport out of the ancient secret realm. 2 days. He only has 2 days to enter the secret realm this time, because he will go to the provincial genius training camp the day after tomorrow, so he has to leave the secret realm today. As for the blood red mist in this secret area, we can only wait for the Divine Alliance to send others to investigate. Why? The merit points that I should have obtained are gone. I don't know which B****************** D will benefit from this credit. At the moment when he was teleported out of the secret realm, Ding Kai couldn't help but cursed secretly. After all, there were not many opportunities to obtain merit points in low-level ancient secret realms. Chapter 17 Level 6 Spiritual Martial Master. Brother Yi, isn't it good to be a human being? Beyond the ancient secret realm. Finally out. Let's see how much we have gained in these 2 days. After teleporting out of the ancient secret realm, Su Yi checked the character attributes panel. Name, Su Yi. Talent, Summoning, current upper limit is 640. Weapons, Skeleton Soldier, Self-Destruction, Forced First Blood, Teleportation. Chi and Blood, 641.8. Realm, Level 6 Martial Artist. Physical Control, a first look at the door, 40.62%. Martial Skills, Overlapping Wave Palm, Confused Wind Step, 7-star Confused Tracking Step, Red Flame Thunder Tiger Fist, Small Success /0.8%. Mental Power, 600.2. Realm, Level 6 Spiritual Master. Soul Control, a first glimpse into the door, 31.33%. Items, Divine Alliance Coin *15.5 million, Pure Gold Stone *63, Heavenly Marrow Liquid *38 drops, God of War Skeleton Summoning Card *10, Talent Source Stone Fragments *66. Improvement in all aspects is just enough. If I am familiar with the situation in the secret realm, and with Brother Kai's help, then in these 2 days, my strength will definitely improve more than this. After checking the character attributes panel, Suyi walked away. Brother, are you leaving or not? At this moment, a slightly familiar voice sounded from a distance. Uncle Driver? Such a coincidence. Seeing the Uncle Driver greeting him in the distance, Suyi also laughed, and then walked towards him. Brother, I was originally waiting for someone here. Then I saw you coming out. We are really destined. After getting on the bus, the Uncle Driver started chatting familiarly. Yes. It's really a fate. Suyi replied with a smile after hearing this. An hour later. Brother, this is my business card. Next time I come to Yunyang City, I'll treat you to dinner. When Suyi got off the bus, the driver's uncle smiled and handed a business card to Suyi. Good. Suyi smiled and took the business card, then walked towards the airport. 2 hours later. Suyi successfully got on the nearest plane to Tianling City. 7 days. I don't know what happened to those 4 guys. Sitting on the plane, Suyi thought of Ling Jian, Lin Mang and 4 others. Tianling City, Spirit Warriors Association, 5th floor. Ha ha ha. Finally killed this damn skeleton soldier. 7 days of special devil training. We just wanted to kill the skeleton soldiers, and we succeeded. Looking at the skeleton soldier lying on the ground, Ling Jian, Lin Mang, Qian Hao and Zhu Xiyu were so excited that they almost cried. No one knew how much effort they had put in to defeat this skeleton soldier in these 7 days. Not far away. 7 days. All 4 of them broke their own bottlenecks. This skeleton soldier deserves a lot of credit. Looking at the 4 people in the distance, Wei Tianyun's face was full of relief, because he knew how hard the 4 people worked to become stronger during these 7 days. Ding ding ding. At this moment, the phone suddenly rang. Suyi. Are you back? Seeing that the call was from Suyi, Wei Tianyun smiled and asked after answering the call. President Wei. Already got off the plane. We can arrive at the Spirit Warriors Association in 2 hours. Soon, Suye's voice rang from the phone. Good. When you come back, we will rush to the Provincial Genius Training Camp base immediately. After saying that, Wei Tianyun hung up the phone, and then shouted to the 4 people in the distance, go back to the room to pack your things immediately, and we will set off in 2 hours. 2 hours later. When Suyi arrived at the Spirit Warriors Association, Wei Tianyun took him to the roof, where Ling Jian, Lin Mang and 4 others were already waiting on the helicopter on the roof. 4. We haven't seen you for 7 days. Did you miss me? After getting on the helicopter, Suyi looked at the 4 of them and said jokingly. Brother Yi. I think you've lost weight just thinking about it. After hearing Suye's words, Qian Hao replied with a smile while eating the snacks in his hands. Fat money. Although it is true that you have lost a few pounds, isn't that because you were tortured by the skeleton soldiers? After hearing this, Lin Mang directly exposed Qian Hao's lies. Lin Mang. You will die if you don't speak. Seeing Lin Mang next to him directly exposing his lie, Qian Hao dropped the snacks in his hand and fell on Lin Mang's body. Seeing the 2 people fighting, the others couldn't help but laugh. Brother Yi. What strength do you have now? At this time, Leng Jian's voice sounded from the side. When they heard this, whether it was Zhu Xiyu, Wei Tianyun, Qian Hao and Lin Mang who were fighting, they all pricked up their ears, because they all wanted to know whether Suyi had broken through the bottleneck. As for Wei Tianyun, what he wanted to know was whether Suyi had broken through to a 2nd-level martial arts master or a 2nd-level spiritual master, because before Suyi left, he already knew that Suyi was a 1st-level spiritual martial master. 6th-level spiritual martial artist. Seeing that everyone was looking at him, Suyi did not hide his true strength. After all, everyone would know it if he went to the provincial talent training camp. Silly. After hearing what Suyi said, everyone was stunned. Especially Wei Tianyun. He never expected that Su Yi would break through from a first-level spiritual martial artist to a sixth-level spiritual martial artist after being out for 7 days. There have been geniuses in both spiritual and martial arts in the past. But human energy and time are limited. Even if those people are extremely dazzling geniuses, just because they chose to cultivate both spiritual and martial arts, their strength improved slowly, and they eventually disappeared into oblivion. But this guy Su Yi. Not only are you spiritual and martial arts masters, the speed at which your strength increases is also so terrifying. Is he really human? Looking at Su Yi, Wei Tianyun was so shocked that he was speechless. 6th level spiritual martial artist. Terrible summoning talent. Brother Yi. It's not good to be a human being. How can we live like this? At this time, Ling Jian, who had regained consciousness, had a wry smile on his face. You know, he originally thought that through these 7 days of hard work, he could catch up with Su Yi. Who would have thought that he would be able to catch up with Su Yi, let alone keep up? Su Yi farted on the way forward, and he couldn't even smell it. All right. People should look to others. Why do you always compare with this monster Su Yi? Seeing that Ling Jian, Lin Mang, Qian Hao and Zhu Shiyu were about to become autistic, Wei Tianyun scolded them with a serious face. Right. Brother Yi is a monster. If we don't compare with him, we are still geniuses. After hearing Wei Tianyun's reprimand, the 4 of them slowly came back to their senses, and brilliance gradually appeared in their gray eyes. What did I do? Why did he become a monster? Looking at a few people, Su Yi shook his head helplessly, and then said to himself, forget it, monsters will be monsters, who made me stronger than 100 million points. Chapter 18. It's only over 20 meters, you still need a parachute? 6 hours later. The helicopter arrived over a large mountain. I won't say any more nonsense. After entering the genius training camp, don't embarrass Tianling City. Jump down. Someone will pick you up below. Looking at the 5 people, Wei Tianyun said directly. Brush. After hearing Wei Tianyun's words, Ling Jian was the first to jump down, followed by Qian Hao, Zhu Shiyu and Lin Mang. Su Yi. Why don't you jump yet? Seeing that Su Yi didn't move for a long time, Wei Tianyun also asked aloud. I looked at the height of more than 20 meters. Su Yi shook his head, then looked at Wei Tianyun and said, President Wei, this is too high, give me a parachute. Just over 20 meters. Do you want a parachute? How about playing? Hearing Su Ye's request, the corner of Wei Tianyun's mouth twitched. He even wanted to say, it's so high. Are you sure that opening the parachute will help you before landing? A few minutes later. Wei Tianyun saw that Su Yi really didn't want to jump, so in the end he could only throw him a parachute, and then waved his hand, hurry up and get down. You are the only one who has used a parachute to get down for countless years. Right. Here are the 50 mid-level spiritual weapon cards you asked for before. At this moment, Wei Tianyun suddenly thought of something and handed a wooden box directly to Su Yi. President Wei. See you later. After taking the wooden box and carrying the parachute, Su Yi jumped out of the helicopter with excitement. He was not afraid of heights, he simply wanted to experience the feeling of skydiving. Below, in the woods. What's going on? Why hasn't your last student in Tianling City come down yet? A middle-aged man wearing a field uniform frowned and looked at Ling Jian, Lin Mang and the other 4 people and asked. Why didn't you come down? We also want to know. After hearing the middle-aged man's question, the 4 of them didn't know how to answer, because they also wanted to know. Come down. Brother Yi, he's down. He landed with. After seeing a figure jumping out of the helicopter, Lin Mang shouted excitedly, but when he saw a parachute suddenly opened on the figure's body, the shouting suddenly stopped. Confused. All 4 of them were stunned. Because they never expected that Su Yi would come down with a parachute. Parachute. At a mere height of more than 20 meters, he actually used a parachute. Well done. You, Tianling City, are so cool that you can even send people like this here. Looking at the slowly falling figure in the sky, the middle-aged man's face darkened instantly. Soon, Su Yi landed firmly on the ground, then threw away the parachute he was carrying and came to the middle-aged man. Snort. Looking at Su Yi in front of him, the middle-aged man snorted coldly, and then said aloud, "Those who rush to the training camp base before dawn but fail to arrive within the specified time will lose the qualification to enter the Genius training camp." Finished. The middle-aged man threw 5 radar displays similar to pocket watches to the 5 people. Just a reminder. On your way to the training camp base, there are many strange beasts, and the strongest ones are division level, first level beasts. So, you not only have to rush for time, but you also have to avoid and kill those strange beasts. After saying that, the middle-aged man glanced at Su Yi with a disdainful look, then turned and left. Dark place. How dare you protect a guy like that? This mission is really unpleasant. Yuan Wei, who was hiding in the dark, looked at Su Yi and others and muttered to himself unhappily. The other side. Brother Yi. Leave all the strange beasts on the road to us. Just follow behind. After Yuan Wei left, Leng Jian directly took over the task of killing the alien beasts, and the other 3 people did not object. After all, they also wanted to show off in front of Su Yi. As for why Su Yi came down with a parachute, none of them asked the reason, even though this incident gave Yuan Wei a bad impression of them. Okay. But you can't kill them, you can only seriously injure them. Because I want to hit you from behind. Su Yi did not object to Leng Jian's proposal. After all, this was an opportunity for them to perform, but there was a reward for killing the alien beast. Even if the alien beast was at a low level, the chance of winning was very low, so he didn't want to waste it. Good. Then let's set off now. Seeing that the sun was about to set, Leng Jian took the lead and walked forward. Encountered a strange beast. Just take action, don't waste time. One night. I want to kill all the strange beasts on the 5 routes. Su Yi, who was walking at the back, directly expressed his thoughts to the 4 people after seeing 5 routes on the radar display in his hand. Brother Yi. The remaining 4 lines should be routes from 4 other cities. Why should we help them deal with the alien beasts? After hearing Su Ye's idea, Leng Jian asked with some confusion. No, why? I just want to see where the limits of you 4 are. After hearing this, Su Yi deceived him directly. See where our limits are? Is this recognition from the monster? Hearing Su Ye's words, the 4 of them felt as if they had been given a shot of blood, and they instantly became excited. Dark place. It's a grind. What on earth are these 5 little guys in Tianling City doing? I still want to go back and rest early. Seeing the 5 people in the distance not leaving for a long time, Yuan Wei was furious. After all, those strange beasts on the road couldn't stop them at all. Normally, they could arrive at the training camp in about 2 hours. From the base. Unless their strength does not even reach the 9th level of Ultimate Warrior or the 9th level of Ultimate Spiritual Person. Moving? And it's fast? At this moment, Yuan Wei saw the 5 people in the distance moving, and they were still moving at an extremely fast speed. Very good. It looks like we can go back to the base to rest soon. But before that, I have to record their battle situation and give a final strength assessment. Thinking of this, Yuan Wei immediately followed him. A few minutes later. Cold Sword. An orange soul mark. First level Spiritual Master. Spiritual weapon, Black Long Sword. In an instant, 7, human level, 9th level alien beasts were seriously injured. When Leng Jian took action for the first time, Yuan Wei in the dark recorded some information. Wait a moment. What is the guy who came down with the parachute doing? Last hit? Yuan Wei was dumbfounded when he saw Su Yi bang bang kill all 7 seriously injured 9th level beasts with a few punches. Chapter 19. He is very strong. Yuan Wei, you were deceived by this kid. Damn it. This guy doesn't dare to fight with the strange beasts, so he just hides at the back. But he's so shameless that he goes for a last-ditch attack. This kind of person. He is not qualified to enter the talent training camp at all. At this time, Su Ye's impression in Yuan Wei's mind had reached its peak. However, as the 5 people continued to move forward, he could only continue to follow because this was his mission. Qian Hao. First-level martial artist. Practice defensive martial arts and have extremely strong defensive capabilities. Lin Mang. First-class martial artist. Wish Shiyu. First-level spiritual master. When all 4 people took action, Yuan Wei's eyes flashed with surprise, because he never expected that 4 of the 5 people sent from Tianling City had broken through to the master level. But when he thought of Su Yi who had been finishing up the damage along the way, Yuan Wei's mood suddenly changed for the worse. An hour and a half later. Call. Finally, I can go back and rest. Seeing that the 5 people successfully arrived outside the training camp base with their strong strength, Yuan Wei also breathed a sigh of relief, because he really didn't want to see Su Yi anymore. What's going on? How did they get to Route 4? Seeing that Su Yi, Leng Jian and the other 5 people did not enter the base, but instead walked towards Route 4 through the radar monitor, this abnormal behavior directly confused Yuan Wei. Hiss. At this moment, a burst of noisy electricity sounded from Yuan Wei's walkie-talkie, and then, a loud laughter came from the walkie-talkie. Yuan Wei. Why hasn't the team you're in charge of finished yet? To know. All 4 of our responsible teams arrived at the base more than 40 minutes ago. After hearing the words of the person in charge of Line 1, Yuan Wei did not respond immediately because he saw that Leng Jian, Lin Mang and others had already begun to kill the strange beasts on Line 4. You guys should go to sleep first. I have a feeling that I won't be able to go back tonight. Seeing the 4 people in the distance getting more and more excited as they killed each other, Yuan Wei also said the same thing, and then hung up the intercom communication. 6 hours later. Su Yi, Leng Jian and the other 5 finally returned to the training camp base at 1 o'clock in the morning. 5 lines. All the strange beasts have been killed. No. They must be crazy. Yuan Wei walked out of the darkness and looked at the 5 people in front of him, with the words, "Do not understand," written all over his face. Congratulations on passing the exam. Now. Come in with me, I will take you to the resting place, and we will meet on the basement level tomorrow morning. After saying that, Yuan Wei led the 5 people into the training camp base. After settling in Su Yi, Leng Jian and the other 5 people, Yuan Wei came to the office of the person in charge of the base. Although it was already 1 o'clock in the morning, he knew that the person in charge was still waiting for his report. Yuan Wei. Tell me about it. Why did you come back? Looking at Yuan Wei walking in, Ding Kai asked directly. Major Ding. I was supposed to lead the team into the base 6 hours ago. But my team is a little abnormal. Upon hearing Ding Kai's question, Yuan Wei immediately answered. Not normal? What's not normal? After hearing this, Ding Kai suddenly became interested. After they killed all the strange beasts on Line 5, they have arrived outside the base. But I don't know why. They did not choose to enter the base, but instead went to Line 4. Then. Kill all the strange beasts on Line 4 and go to Line 3 again. At last. They killed all the strange beasts on the 5 lines and then returned to the base. After saying that, Yuan Wei handed over to Ding Kai the small book that recorded the information of Su Yi, Leng Jian and the other 5 people. Kill all the alien beasts on the 5 lines? No. They are so idle. After hearing Yuan Wei's words, Ding Kai also showed a hint of surprise, and then took the notebook to check on the members of this abnormal team. Tianling City. I remember they only had 5 spots. Among the 5 people, 4 of them have broken through to the master level? Ding Kai's eyes lit up when he saw the content on the first page of the notebook, because this year's Genius Training Camp has a total of 50 students, but not many students have broken through to the teacher level. Adding these 4 people, they are no more than only 14 people. And these 14 people will also be key training targets. There is no fairness here. As long as you have strength, the resources you get are far more than others. If you want to have the same resources, you can only make yourself stronger. Yuan Wei. Why is there only information about 4 people here? Then, Ding Kai looked at Yuan Wei and asked. Major Ding. The 5th person's information is on the 2nd page. Before watching, I hope you are mentally prepared, because that person is not qualified to come to the Genius Training Camp at all. Upon hearing Ding Kai's inquiry, Yuan Wei also expressed his attitude toward Su Yi without concealment. Yuan Wei is an upright man. And you won't be prejudiced against anyone. So what kind of person could make Yuan Wei so disgusted? After glancing at Yuan Wei, Ding Kai turned to the 2nd page of the notebook. Landing with a parachute. Following 4 teammates along the way, I never fought a strange beast. A teammate severely injured the alien beast, and he followed up with a last-ditch attack. Severely injured? Last hit? Why does this operation feel familiar? Seeing this, Ding Kai couldn't help but think of the guy in the secret realm. Shaking his head, Ding Kai continued to read. Because I have never taken action, my strength is ominous. Su Yi. Stare. When Ding Kai saw the last name, his pupils suddenly tightened, and his eyes showed an extremely shocked look. It's him. It's definitely him. Except for that guy, no one else would have such a hatred for the beast. Although he did not meet Su Yi, Ding Kai can guarantee that this Su Yi is definitely the Su Yi he met in the secret realm. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. He and I met again so soon. Looking at Su Ye's name, Ding Kai couldn't help but laugh. Although Su Yi was a little bit awkward leading him around in the secret realm, I have to say that Su Yi was very strong, whether it was his own strength or special talent. Yuan Wei. You were deceived by this boy. He's not as bad as you think. Then, Ding Kai looked at Yuan Wei and said with a smile. Major Ding. You know him? Hearing Ding Kai's evaluation of Su Yi, Yuan Wei was confused. No. He is strong. Originally, I thought that the title of Big Devil of this year's Genius Training Camp would appear among the 4 of Lin Chuan, Luo Tianchen, Pei Tianyi and Les Han, but now it seems that things are starting to get interesting. What? This Su Yi actually has the strength to fight against those 4 people. Hearing Ding Kai's words, Yuan Wei was really shocked. Chapter 20. It's him. Lin Chuan's mentality is broken. Early the next morning. Canteen. Did you hear that? The students from Tianling City arrived at the base in the early hours of yesterday morning. Isn't this normal? In recent years, there haven't been any top talents in Tianling City, and I think the 5 people who came this year are even worse than in previous years. Why? They are so weak, I feel embarrassed to bully them. At this time, students from the 4 cities have arrived at the cafeteria, and the topics of discussion are all about the 5 people from Tianling City. Lin Chuan, Luo Tianchen, Pei Tianyi and Les Han, who were sitting in the 4 directions of southeast, northwest and northwest, were eating quietly and did not join the discussion, because they all knew that their opponents were the other 3. Look! Those 5 people from Tianling City are here. But they seem to have no place to sit. After all, the canteen is divided into 4 parts and has been occupied by our 4 cities. Then they can only find a place to stand and eat. When Su Yi walked into the cafeteria with Ling Jian, Lin Mang and others, everyone's eyes turned to them. Bang! And when Lin Chuan saw Su Yi, his hands shook in fear, and the chopsticks and spoons fell to the ground. In his mind, he couldn't help but recall the terrifying mushroom cloud that always gave him nightmares. It's him. The leader of Tianling City is actually him. Damn it! Why did this pervert join me? Looking at Su Yi, Lin Chuan's mentality collapsed, but soon he thought of something, and then hurriedly said to the people next to him, "Hurry up and inform the people, there must be no conflict with the people in Tianling City. If there is a conflict, I don't give a damn." I really didn't expect that. The Su Yi I was investigating turned out to be him. Luo Tianxian, who also saw Su Yi, had a look of surprise in his eyes, and then said to Luo Tianxiang beside him, "Let me inform everyone not to cause conflicts with people in Tianling City." After glancing at Su Yi, Luo Tianxiang didn't say anything and walked directly towards the others. The other side. Looking at Su Yi and others walking in, Pei Tianyi and Leshen's faces were full of amusement, because they were looking forward to whether Su Yi and the others would sit next to them after finishing their meal. If they dared to come sit down, then they will have something to do. Brother Yi. They are divided into gangs. It seems there is no place for us to sit. After finishing the meal, Leng Jian glanced around first, and then looked at Su Yi. After all, Su Yi was their leader, so whether he wanted to do it or not depended on Su Yi's wishes. Su Yi. There's room over here, come and sit. At this moment, Luo Tianxian's voice rang from the east side. Soon. Su Yi and others sat at Luo Tianxian's table. Seeing this scene, Lin Chuan, Pei Tianyi and Leshan frowned and thought about something. Su Yi. I didn't expect us to meet again so soon. Looking at Su Yi, Luo Tianxian said with a smile. Yes. Have you never thought that I am the Su Yi you are investigating? Glancing at Luo Tianxiang next to him, Su Yi grinned and said directly. Forehead. Hearing this, the brothers Luo Tianxiang and Luo Tianxian were stunned for a moment, and then a look of embarrassment appeared on their faces. Right. Su Yi, do you still remember the Silver Moon Wolf Pack in the Secret Realm? Later we went back. Guess what, the entire Wolf Pack, including the Wolf King, died. At this time, Luo Tianxian directly raised a topic in order to resolve the embarrassment. I did it. After hearing this, Su Yi said casually. What did you do? Was it your fault that the wolves were wiped out? Hearing Su Yi's words, Luo Tianxian pointed directly to the ceiling of the restaurant, and then said seriously, Su Yi, look at the cows flying above. Cows flying above? Am I blowing down there? Hearing Luo Tianxian's words, Su Yi's face was instantly filled with black lines, but he didn't want to explain. He said it anyway, and it's other people's business to believe it or not. 10 minutes later. Eat and drink enough. After Su Yi said hello to Luo Tianxian, he took Leng Jian, Lin Mang and others out of the restaurant first. Brother. I have something to tell you. Lin Chuan has also spoken out, saying that he is not allowed to offend Su Yi and the others. After Su Yi left, Luo Tianxiang told the news. Yeah. This is interesting. Upon hearing the news, Luo Tianxian looked directly at Lin Chuan. As for Pei Tianyi and Leshan, after receiving the news that Luo Tianxian and Lin Chuan did not provoke Su Yi and the others, they did not go to trouble Su Yi or the others, but chose to wait and see what happens. Ground floor. Brother Yi. You should be able to test your strength soon. Are you going to hide your strength? After taking the lead to reach the underground floor, Leng Jian asked curiously. It depends. If I can't get the training resources I want, then I will show a certain strength. After hearing this, Su Yi directly expressed his thoughts. 15 minutes later. When everyone arrived at the underground level, Ding Kai, the general manager of the Genius Training Camp, appeared in front of everyone. F***K. No. What a coincidence. When Su Yi saw that the person coming was Ding Kai, his eyes almost popped out of his head in shock. Introduce yourself. My name is Ding Kai. I am the general director of this year's talent training camp. You can call me Major Ding. Speaking of this, Ding Kai looked at Su Yi with a half-smile, and this scene shocked everyone again, because they all guessed that the leader of Tianling City seemed to know the general manager Ding Kai. Let's talk about the first thing first. In the next month, we will develop a training plan for each of you that is most suitable for you. What you need to do is to complete the training tasks we assign you every day. If you cannot complete it, there are severe punishments. Now, I'm giving you a chance. If anyone wants to quit, you can leave now. Looking at everyone, Ding Kai said with a serious expression. Major Ding. What punishment will you suffer if you fail to complete the training tasks for the day? At this time, one person from the team brought by Leshan stood up, then looked at Ding Kai and asked. If you can't finish it in one go, I'll give you a strong electric shock for 30 minutes. If you can't finish it twice, I'll give you a strong electric shock for 40 minutes. Punishment time accumulates in sequence. What? When they heard that the punishment was to be a strong electric shock, many people who knew about it were so frightened that they trembled because they knew how terrifying the strong electric shock was. You are listening to it in Eugene Light Novels.